Hi, everyone. Uh, it's time to hang out and talk about current events. Um, we're doing another Q&A. It's not an official episode of Odd Shape Panel, which is what you're watching. This is the lovely Kimber Barrett.
Hi. Just double checking that you can see us and hear us. Let us know in the chat.
Yes, and first off, I just want to say thank you to our patrons on Patreon. If you haven't noticed, we sound and look a hell of a lot better thanks to them, and we really appreciate it. But before we get all mushy about that stuff, my name's Tom, and if you like what we're doing, you can tweet at us. I'm at OddShapePanel.
And I am at Kimberbatch_OSP.
But for the moment, we could just talk in the chat. Quick shout out to everyone here: Morgan, Nolan, Jack, Bill, Joe, Ashley, Delisha, Eric, Kim, Corey.
You guys.
I think I got everybody. And if I didn't get you, yell at me in the chat, and then I'll make sure I got you. So I think we should just get right into it. Let's do a quick Q&A. One question before we get a caller. We didn't get that many, but that's okay.
I'm sure we'll get more in the chat.
Oh, I like this one right away, and we're going to talk about it soon. And we have to talk to Nolan and Morgan. Do you want to talk about comic news, or do you want to talk about Netflix news? Discuss. Anyway, so Eric Monroe, our good buddy at Coke.
I think it's
Cooch?
MM Koch.
Koch? M. Koch. Mbop.
Koch.
27? Something like that. Eric Monroe. He asked who should play Squirrel Girl in New Warriors. I think we both agree.
Oh yeah, it's Ellie Kemper, I believe her name is.
I think so,
from
yeah.
the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
She's perfect.
She is perfect.
I know some people are also saying the actress who played Barb.
Yeah,
because
I could see that
in
though.
some of the comics she's more
she
like.
She does look more like that, yeah. And the short hair and everything too. When some of the Squirrel Girl looks a little a bit like Barb. But it's Kimmy Schmidt for me all the way.
Yes, and Jack saying it in the chat. It is the TUFF anniversary. We had our first fan fiction. I think, did I compete in the first one? It's all a blur. This year's been crazy, guys.
I think you were in the first one.
I think I was. I didn't win. I know that. Wait, no, I did. I won on a technicality. It's the 1 year anniversary of when I set my own record and the best record in fan fiction until it got beaten.
Yeah, I've been calling it the Famiversary.
Famiversary? That's pretty good. But yeah, that was fun. And coincidentally enough, I have the next fan fiction. I will be facing well, no, it's out now. I can say it. Coy from Screen Junkies and Sam. I'm trying to say it wrong on purpose because Caitlin.
Because he doesn't respect him. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
That was my favorite part. But that was a great fight. If you haven't seen it, the all of the TUFF content, TUFF Channel, BFF, we're all going to talk about that soon. But everything that we pretty much bring up, there is a link to in the description already for you. And if there's not, I'll put one later if I remember. So we want to do one more before we call?
Sure.
Should be quick. I didn't think that one would go so fast. Billy.
We'll wait for that one.
Okay. Fine. Which one should we do?
These are related to stuff.
Let's do that one.
Talk about. Yeah.
Okay. Delisha. At Delisha.
Renee. I think it's Delisha_Renee.
That's it. She asked us, what is our bucket vacation?
Like bucket list vacation.
Yeah, like we have to go to.
I would assume that you guys are all going to guess my answer because I just want to go to the Shire. So New Zealand, Hobbit tour, whole 9 yards. That's all I want.
I don't know, man.
It's New Zealand. You really want?
No. Well, I guess I have to go to New Zealand. Man, do you want to see Stonehenge? I just want to go there. So I guess England. But I really just to see Morgan.
Yeah.
And then maybe check out Stonehenge. And I don't know. I would say Italy, but I've been. But I also want to go back too. I went with my family, so I didn't really get to explore on my own, which was kind of a bummer.
Yeah. So I would like to go to Italy.
Yeah. So yeah, probably go back to. I mean, let's just go. We're getting ready. We're getting ready, man. Yeah. So yeah, I guess back to Italy, for real. All right. So let's call it Morgan and our buddy.
Yeah, speaking of this awesome fight we had this weekend, our buddy Morgan fought Jack and Lon, and it was a really good fight. You guys can check that out. But we'll get Morgan and even possibly Jack to see do a little afterwards recap for you guys about the fight. Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, it was a good battle of the beards. And thank you everyone who
And Ashley's beard. Thank you,
and
Ashley's beard.
Yeah, I felt bad. I made the poll before I realized Ashley had a beard, and she would have won by a landslide if.
You gotta love the dedication, because I'm sure she couldn't touch her face, and that's the
Oh,
hardest
you
thing
could tell
to
she
do.
wanted to.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
No?
I don't think so, because usually his thing comes up.
Did you try writing his name?
I don't think it's under there. I think it's under. Let me try. Well, how's it come up in the chat? No, it just comes up. Oh, okay. So it's just.
There you go.
Yep.
Got him.
You would think by now I would have a handle on this. See, but like Nolan's comes up right away.
What can you say?
No, I got it. I was putting the in it because I think that's your you.
Does the new webcam look better on your guys' end? Because on ours, when we got into Hangouts, it got a little fuzzier than it was on the camera test. So hopefully it looks better for you guys.
I think the lighting, at the very least, like it's picking up the light a lot better.
Yeah.
But it is a little fuzzy. I'm gonna try to see if sometimes they do this. The professionals do like this thing where it's like, hey, that's my hand. But then we go, whoop-ah! And then it like focuses and it's better.
A little bit. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hello.
It's so late, but I don't care. I'm glad to be here.
Sleepy?
We're glad to have you guys. I know it's real late for both of these dudes. We always appreciate you guys staying up.
I live a writer's life, so I don't mind staying up late.
I always reach the stage of mental breakdown at this time in the morning, but yes, we're going for it.
Morgan's just there in front of a typewriter.
Nice.
And Nolan's like Shelley Duvall, like calling him on Google Hangouts.
Speaking of Morgan, how was the fight for you, buddy?
The fight makes me want to cry.
He called me up yesterday right after asking to console him.
I was being
Us too.
consoled.
Yeah, we talked to him after
Consoled
as
by
well.
you two. I was being consoled by everyone else currently that I can see.
But that's what's
Cool.
great about our community is not only do we do like creative content, but we also have like a support group for that
Yeah.
content.
Exactly. A support group for when your choices in fan fiction are quite clearly the correct choices, but
Hey man,
The
at least you got the
doesn't
Exorcist one.
really
Said
see
that,
it that
well, the Omen one. At least you got to like fight the Exorcist as you've always wanted to. I saw the glee in your eyes.
yeah, I got the pity
I
point.
never want to see Kristen Wiig play Annie from Misery.
Well, yeah, it was a good fight, and you definitely had some stiff competition on that one. So I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
you still did a really great job, and we had a great time watching. So
Yeah, I mean, it was
if you
great.
guys haven't seen it, check it out.
It was great to fight both Jack and Lon. I mean, people who've played the professional game. So
For sure, and Lon was super nice and super funny in that episode. It was nice to see him there. He was a good sport on Twitter too. That Twitter feed. I'm not sure. I think it was like the day before or whatever. That was hysterical.
Oh yeah. You could always tell when that fight's like on the horizon because like the shitstorm on Twitter just starts kicking
Yeah.
up. We
That's
pull
gonna
everyone in.
Brian pulls me in for no reason. I see you, Brian.
there's so many feuds.
All right.
There's so many feuds.
Did
I
you
know.
guys decide what you want to talk about?
mean, the only thing I had the idea to talk about was the It trailer, and it's been out for like 2 weeks already, so everyone's burned out on it now.
Well, we'll probably like. I just wanted to bring it up that it's out, and if you haven't, well, not the movie It, but the trailer for the movie is out. So check that out if you haven't. It's
but
cool.
most people have. I believe it broke like records for the most watched trailer.
I haven't watched it yet, but somebody superimposed somebody else instead of Penny. Oh, who was it?
It was Cat in the Hat.
It was, yes. I gotta watch it. It looks cool. It looks fun. So,
and I mean, this seems like as good a time as any to mention that the next Odd Shape panel,
yes,
which we have to look at the dates again because I will be in Florida in a couple weeks, so that might be a 3-week wait on that one unless we do it next week. We'll have to figure that out. But the next one that we do is going to be Stephen King. And that's his books, movies based on, and anything related to Stephen King in honor of It coming out. And that was Nolan's idea. So thank you, Nolan. It's a good one. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, weeks now to read as much Stephen King as I want.
For sure. And so that gives you plenty of time while we're figuring out exactly when we're going to have the episode to submit questions if you're interested. And we'll be posting to remind you. But it should be a good one.
Yeah, I will say that when I go to Florida, I do plan on filming an Odd Shaped Travels because Candace and Dee and my family and stuff are familiar faces and people in the show. I know you guys see my dad in the chat all the time. But so I'll probably do some footage for that and do a little Odd Shaped Travels.
Yeah, and she's going to see a couple familiar faces from the Blab days and Candace.
Yeah, Candace was at. Has she been on since we had?
I don't think she's been on since YouTube.
And D as well. It's been a while, but
so you're
the
gonna see
hardcore
Sweet
fans
D
will
and,
remember
and Candace and hopefully some other few faces.
We'll remember my friends, my OG Florida friends that I haven't seen in a while.
All right, so let's talk Netflix.
Okay.
Because they're like their own entity. Like I consider them. It's like HBO. It's more than television. So right off the bat, I'm gonna plug. Morgan started a new show called. Go ahead, Morgan. You know what the segue is, Morgan. So
I do know what the segue is. Yes, I have announced a new show that isn't Horrorhouse and isn't horror based. The Purple Dawn Enlightenment Hour, which is the ridiculously titled new show, which people will get to learn things. Teach me about things that they are particularly passionate about. I don't know why I can just see Nolan on the screen right now.
Oh, I see you. So you should be fine.
Well, that's okay. Yeah.
Sorry about that, buddy.
And the first, you're putting me off.
Well, first off, Morgan, I'm gonna have to step in quick because you got so much going on, and we have so many plans together that we're segueing the wrong thing.
Are we segueing the wrong thing? Are we segueing the wrong thing?
I was making reference. That's gonna be me and Morgan have some plans that have to do with a certain symbiote that everyone loves.
What are you segueing?
What are we saying? I was segueing that.
Comic book
I was segueing. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
You just did a Jessica Jones. I was trying to.
This is all done wrong.
It's all right. This is what the people
We
come
do
here
that
to watch.
stuff.
So there's a link. There's a link to the comic book flip through. That's Morgan's other project that
I just want to say that after a year, we've come so far.
I do a lot of things. This is just as nonsense as ever. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Speaking of Jessica Jones, The Defenders. That's a thing coming out.
Yay.
How do you feel?
I mean,
After Iron Fist, I'm not so sure.
Don't be ridiculous. It's going to be awesome.
Here's the thing, though. I've never liked Iron Fist as just Iron Fist. Like, good Iron Fist to me has always been Heroes for Hire.
Thank you.
And he's always been with Luke Cage. So I feel like as cool as the Luke Cage story was, they could have, would have. done a Heroes for Hire with a Luke Cage and Iron Fist together before Defenders, and then they could make that like a that would be cool because they could do it Misty Knight one later, like it could be like an anthology series that Heroes for Hire is because it's just a team. But I don't work for them, so
those two have good chemistry, those two as well. So it would bring out the best of both of them.
Yeah, I would say that they've done the 3 excellent shows and then one show that was lukewarm and not great. So they still have a pretty good record when it comes to that. And it has all the characters that we really love. Yeah, Iron Fist is going to be there, but I really don't think he's going to be the focus on it.
Hopefully not.
So I think it's going to be good.
It's just going to be everyone interacting with each other, which is just kind of what we want to see.
As long as Defenders has a strong villain, because that was the best part of Daredevil season 1, which carried over to season 2. The episode with Fisk in season 2 felt like it was like 3 episodes because he just carries that much weight. Like he's amazing, and Jessica
Kilgrave
Jones
equally is amazing. Like,
so I
And
feel
even
like that's
Punisher.
because like Luke Cage had like mediocre.
but
Like
that was
I
still a
love
good
I love
show,
Cottonmouth. Like he's but he's not like your
yeah, I don't think that was the strength of that show.
And apparently Luke Cage kind of stuff. I didn't watch Luke Cage yet, so. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Luke Cage was good. I did want to complain
Stay on target.
While we're talking about Netflix, I hate the thumbs up, thumbs down system they're doing now instead of the 5-star
It's so
rating.
stupid. It's so stupid.
I hate it.
I mean, I don't tend to go off ratings when I'm watching Netflix anyway. I won't look at something and say, oh, that's a 5-star rating. I'll watch that. Or that's a 1-star rating. I won't watch that. It's more stuff.
It feels satisfying to give a 5-star rating to something that you really love, though, and to put a 1-star rating at something you hate.
That's what I was gonna say. No one puts like 3 stars.
Usually people rate it before they even watch it.
For it to get, stuff that you like, it's going to be a lot broader to decide just thumbs up or thumbs down. I give a thumbs down to that rating system.
Thumbs down, Netflix. Bad choices.
So Saturday, I'm excited. MST 3K is back. If you're not familiar with the show,
they're young, both of them.
It's like it started on public television, then moved to like Sci-Fi, then Comedy Central, or either or. And it has puppets, and they just talk over B movie. They've done Manos, the Hands of Fate.
With all the classic
there's so
bad
many.
movies,
There's so many to list. That like there's some Bela Lugosi films. There's
It's really up your alley, Morgan.
Oh yeah.
You should really watch that. They basically like play the movie, and then you see the silhouettes of the characters watching the movie, and they talk over the movie, like commenting on the movie.
Yeah,
it's really innovative for its time. It definitely influenced a lot of stuff.
And this rendition has Felicia Day as the mad scientist, which is a flop from her role in Dr. Horrible.
It's like the opposite. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Jonah Ray.
Patton Oswalt. Is her like lackey.
A lot of cool people are working on it, and we're really excited to have it come back.
Yeah, because like I remember when we were just excited that a Kickstarter was good because they were just going to do everything like by themselves.
And then when Netflix picked it up, it's amazing. I see Jack showing some love in the comments. He discovered Gamera through MST3K.
Nice. Oh yeah, I remember like that was like my favorite thing to watch when I was a kid. I thought it was so funny, like, and it got me in trouble because I would do that like we would just be like sitting in the living room and I'd be talking over stuff and my uncle would be like, shut up. But yeah, I love that show.
I'm fully
Netflix is going to take over everything.
I'm fully aware that I should have watched a lot of Mystery Science Theater, but I just haven't. I'm very familiar. I'm familiar with the whole idea of it. I know what it is. I know what it's all about. Just never watched it.
Well, now's as good a time as any.
Yeah,
check out the new season at least.
I know I should.
Yeah, and if you like the
I think you
season,
would like it.
all of it's available. Like they have it on their YouTube channel. Like it's not even
Yeah.
like you have to.
Right.
Tom likes to fall asleep to MST3K.
Well,
He
I've
plays it.
seen them so many times that it's like Tom Servo lulls me to sleep. Can't
Corey, I believe it comes out this weekend.
Yep,
the
14th.
new
Yep.
episodes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Series of Unfortunate Events has already been approved for a 3rd season, and the 2nd season's not even out yet.
Yes.
How many books were there?
8?
There was a lot.
Got it
yeah.
right here.
How many?
How many-
13.
30.
13. Oh wow, I'm way off.
That kind of makes
And
sense
they
that it might go
covered-
to 3 then.
And they covered 4 books in the 1st season because it's every 2. What they do a book every 2 episodes.
First season.
Whatever.
I'm trying to
So
do
yeah, I guess
maths
they have
right
enough
now.
material for
Of
it.
course, yeah. Well, that was great. So
Through
I'm glad
9's going to
they're
be
doing-
season 2, and then the rest is going to be season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of fun.
I did a sad face here. Oh, apparently the Get Down is not that good.
Yeah, hearing bad things about season 2.
Didn't watch the
Oh,
first
man.
season. Can't
Oh,
comment.
First season's great. But my friend posted that as good as the first season was, is as bad as the second season is.
That's not good then.
Yeah.
I also have Punisher. That's a thing that's coming out. I'm excited for that.
Yay, Punisher. Get ready to see some violence and some gunfare.
And Prince Caspian is the bad guy.
We don't care about the bad guys. We care about
Mhm.
John Bernthal and guns and skull t-shirts. Why am I not wearing my Punisher t-shirt?
I'm interested to see. Like, it'd be cool to see Punisher try to take on Luke Cage. Like, if they had a little crossover for that.
Yes. This
'Cause
is
that'd
what
be
we
very
need.
interesting. Although we know that there's weaponry out there that could mess Luke Cage up, so I'm sure
This is
Punisher
what we
would
need
help.
in
That's
some
bad.
sort of further Defenders, whatever they're doing after everything that's been announced. Punisher versus Luke Cage.
I have one more Netflix thing, but before we get to that, there's some miscellaneous stuff that I want to bring up because I think this is going to be Morgan. He fought Ash versus the Evil Dead as being a great transition of horror, from movie to television.
Yeah.
They're making a Purge television show, guys. Aren't you excited?
What?
That
Yay. Yay. Well, it would work better as a TV show, to be honest. The movie doesn't let it do much.
Me and Morgan just make the most sour faces. Just
Yeah, sour face. Kimber, I'm right there with you. Let's be sour face together.
Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. Oh, another fun thing.
Good news.
X-Files they're doing audio productions called Cold Cases, the original cast.
Ooh,
So they're doing like plays.
oh, that's cool.
nice.
Awesome.
Like how like Doctor Who has like the audio.
Yeah.
We'll leave Doctor Who alone for this. I'm not gonna.
Everyone loves audio content.
Yeah. Did you want me to take over?
Go ahead. All right. I have no idea about this show.
Okay, so Billy sent a question, and he
Let's
said,
answer
"What
some
the hell? What the hell is 13 Reasons Why, and why should I watch it?"
She'll give you 13.
I have been binging this show. I have 1.5 episodes left, so I have not finished it. Everyone loves it. I think it's all right. It's kind of a bummer, and lots of bad shit happens. But I think the best thing about it is that, sorry, the cat's going nuts. Is the format of the show. The show is about a girl who kills herself, and she leaves this box of tapes, each one addressed to somebody who in some way contributed to her taking her own life or hurting her in some way. And she wants everybody to listen to the tapes and pass them around. So the show basically focuses on the group of friends, as the lead character is listening to all the tapes. And each episode is a side of the tape and basically one side of her story about each person. So I think that's really interesting, just the way they chose to do the episodes like that, and the idea is really interesting. Mavis, can you get that from
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I finished it 2 days ago.
Did you like it?
It's weird. It's like, I like the way that it's highlighting those issues, and I respect it more for that, but I'm not sure if I would recommend this to somebody, because it's like recommending somebody to watch Manchester by the Sea. It's a great movie, but it's a complete downer. But for what it is, it's very well made. It doesn't romanticize its issues like I'm afraid another network would. So I got to give them props for going full out with it. But it's very heavy. It's if you're easily triggered by that kind of stuff, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you like good drama,
I do appreciate that they put like the trigger warning at the beginning of the episodes that do have, because there's like sexual assault scenes.
Yeah.
They do warn you at the beginning of the episode, and yeah, they're bad. I've definitely seen like worse in movies and stuff. It's more like the situation where things go down that's the worst part of that. Not the visual as much as like how like it's awful. I don't know. It's like I don't want to ruin anything, but yeah, it does have some like awful stuff that is triggering. Just like Big Little Lies, which I also watched, which is HBO. That show also had some stuff that was really like hard to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More
I
on
mean,
the domestic abuse side though with that show.
I haven't watched any of it, and to be perfectly honest, I really don't want to, because it just seems like it's just going to depress me, and I don't
Yeah.
like that. I like to have fun when I'm watching things. It's why I don't watch necessarily, a lot of harder dramas like this obviously is. I mean, that the sort of idea of it and the concept, it sounds like it's really a well made series.
Yeah.
A very sort of a lot of thought's been put into it, a lot of time and effort, and obviously quality has been put into it, but not something for me, I don't think.
It does feel. I saw Ashley in the chat saying that it's based on a young adult book. It feels very young adult. I see
It
Jack
is.
saying that it should suggest that everyone else is responsible for a girl's choice to commit suicide. And I get what you're saying. Like, I saw someone else say that it was like a list of complaints, but I just think they're trying to give you the perspective of someone who is suicidal, and
Yeah.
that's being kind of dismissive to just be like, well, she's just bitching. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the point of the story, is that you should listen to people who are hurting. You know,
Yeah.
I've had friends take their own life, and I've known people who have also tried to take their own life and not succeeded. So it does hit close to home, and it's hard for me to say like, oh, it's just about complaining. I think it's trying to have a good message to it at least, and people are watching it. So
And I think it's hard for anyone to understand anyone's motives when you're never in that mindset.
Oh yeah.
It's all about perception.
because
So.
they say very much in the show, like there's a lot of kids of the people who are on the tapes, and they accuse her of being a liar, and they're very like, it might not be like the whole truth, but it's her truth, you know. So it's about her
Yeah.
like explaining herself.
Courtney is the worst, though.
Courtney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is the worst.
Yeah, she is. Jack is saying he's not blaming her for being in that place, but that's how the show suggests it. Like, it's all these people's fault.
Well, she's an unreliable narrator. Like, of course, she's going to cast some sort of blame. I don't think anyone.
She's
some
playing
people
like an
would.
emotionally unstable teenager who's obviously like has had some problems and stuff. So
Spiteful.
yeah, you're getting it from a perspective of someone in that situation. So that's how the other people are gonna appear. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on Netflix, Dylan, I don't think I've seen him in the chat before. If this is your first time, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. Yes, and I'll leave you guys with this because we should move on to some new guys. As much as I love you, what is everyone's most anticipated TV season of the year?
Game of Thrones.
There's a lot, isn't there? Should I just go obvious?
And I'm not going to talk too much about Game of Thrones because we're getting to that, but Game of Thrones.
I'll say Stranger Things season 2.
Yeah,
a good choice.
I'm gonna say American Gods because
Twin Peaks.
I am
There's
excited
so,
about
like
Twin Peaks.
MST3K.
Like, no, I know there's so much coming out, but like American Gods is like my favorite
That too,
book.
yeah.
So of course, and I'm going to be doing a recap show, and I saw that Morgan in that thing I was trying to segue to earlier that I'm going to segue to now, this comic show, which is linked in the description. He talks about American Gods too. I had to stop because
I didn't want to get spoilers.
so
Yeah.
but
Oh,
yeah.
I see Master of None season 2. Dylan in the chat. I loved Master of
Ooh.
None. I've rewatched it a few times.
I
Yeah,
really liked
Yeah.
Master of None. I didn't realize that was coming back for season 2 this year.
Yeah, Kimmy Schmidt's an
That-
excellent show.
Corey says The Exorcist season 2.
Don't care. You know, come on. This is me.
Jack says Lethal Weapon season 2. When did all these movies just become TV shows?
Apparently, that Lethal Weapon series isn't that bad.
Real,
That's like saying it's not the worst day you've ever had.
Like,
Well, I often say that though. I mean, I haven't watched any of this Lethal Weapon TV series. I love the films.
If Shane Black's not involved, I'm not watching it.
I mean, there's a load of things, a load of new series that are out or are coming out that I'm very much looking forward to. Game of Thrones, obviously, even Stranger Things. And I was one of the people that was like, I'm happy Stranger Things just being this one 8-episode thing. But with the recent obsession I've been on, I'd be stupid if I didn't say Defenders.
yeah, I can see your point. It is to see everything, and I can't wait. I have a bunch of comic book news because a lot of things that happened in the past couple of weeks. But we were talking about Defenders. The producer of Spider-Man really wants to do some kind of tie-in with Spider-Man and Defenders. Of course,
I mean, it could work.
yeah. I mean, he's although I really hope they showcase his strength because they never really showcase Spider-Man's actual strength. Like he has to hold back his punches. If he actually punched you, you'd be dust. So
Well, he's saving a plane in the new Homecoming trailer, so that's showing a bit of his strength.
yeah, well, for sure. That's just kind of hard to gauge. Like I want to see him pick up something really big. You know what I mean? Like he's using momentum to kind of do that. I want to actually see him do like just pick up like half of a building and help somebody. Like they never show his strength. They're kind of doing it with the like. I kind of wish they kind of just let him do the fairy because he's totally capable of doing that. Although I'm sure those Iron Men are there to actually stabilize the thing. Does that make sense? Anyway, that's gonna be really cool. I hope they do something with that, even if it's some kind of quick tie-in. You know what I mean? A cameo with Daredevil or something like that would just something to bring them together.
Yeah.
Peter Parker and Daredevil have great chemistry in the comic books, so that would be great to see in Defenders.
Okay.
Say what you were talking to Morgan about the Daredevil, you guys?
Oh yeah, so let's do the segue Morgan wanted to do earlier. Go ahead, Morgan. With your
Why have I forgotten?
with the first episode of your new project. Purple
First,
Dawn Enlightenment, is that what it's called?
Purple Dawn Enlightenment Hour. That's the daft title I came up with.
That's the name of my new band.
That's the stupid title I came up with.
I love it. I'm gonna make a logo for it.
Yes. We're looking at, well, the very nice gentleman that you can not see on your screen right now because you should be seeing me, but you know, the host.
Hi.
There he is. He's going to be on episode 1,
Me.
talking something we're not going to spoil until the announcement of the actual episode. So don't say anything about it, Tom.
Well, I already said something earlier.
Well,
So
not anything
if no one
specific.
caught it, then that's good.
Excellent. But yes,
Hardcore fans will go and look.
episode 1, we're looking at this upcoming weekend with Mr. Tom Bennis. So yes, look out for that. It'll be all over my Twitters. So at the Purple Dawn on Twitter, you know, all that business.
Yep, and if you follow the link to his comic thing, that will bring you to his channel, and you can check out all his other content. Nolan is also doing a new project, Movies and Me, which I'm hoping to be on soon. I know Kimber already got to record her episode. I'm waiting for my call.
Yep, I've had a problem with my computer recently, so I'm just getting that all sorted so I can record some more episodes. This week we had Austin come on talking about Back to the Future. That was a really fun episode. Next week we've got Kimber coming on talking about There Will Be Blood. I've just been editing the audio for that. And Movies and Me, I'm hoping to make it grow. I've gotten some really great guests lined up for the future. I've asked people in the chat. Billy Business expressed interest from TV Fights, Roger Barr, and I'm also trying to get Koi Jandro on to do a special Spider-Man episode, but he hasn't responded to my tweets yet, so we'll see how that goes. And also, just today, I'm working on a new book called The Moonflower Child. It's coming along pretty well so far, and that and Movies and Me, plus editing Freckled Fable, I'm a busy, busy guy.
Well, I feel like we all are becoming busy people because unfortunately, pursuing a passion like ours takes a lot of manpower, or woman power, people power,
Power.
puppy power.
Not puppy power, though.
I was doing a Scooby-Doo reference for your fight.
Never puppy power. Scrappy Doo is no part of that pitch.
He
He's
doesn't
dead.
have a glandular problem. I hate it. Like, why just make him a puppy? Don't make him just make him a puppy.
It opens with his skeleton.
It doesn't
Oh,
open with
no.
his skeleton. There's just no reference to him whatsoever.
Are there going to be 13 ghosts?
As long as the Space Cook is one of them.
Vincent Price narrates, and yes, there will be 13 ghosts then. New development.
Right, so follow the links to see these people's content. They're down below. Movies and Me with Nolan Teen, and I linked Morgan's channel through the comment thing.
Theme song to the thing you're working on too.
Oh yeah,
He's working on a theme song for another one of Nolan's upcoming projects. So.
Nolan,
Which I've heard, and it's freaking amazing. I cannot wait for you guys to see this.
So look out for that too.
It's like Series of Unfortunate Events meets Bad Things.
Yeah, the True Blood
The
theme
True
song
Blood
a
theme
little
song.
bit.
So that's what I was going for. So hopefully that's what
I can say what that is now if people don't already know. That's for one of the songs on Midnight Myths, which is in progress, coming to you very soon. I'm trying to get it done by the end of this month, but getting voice actors is...
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure if you do an open call, someone out there will come and get you. But I know you have a bunch of people lined up already, so it should be interesting. Anyway, guys, we gotta move along. We just get into these tangents, and it's fun. But I don't want to leave all these other people waiting.
Other people are far more interesting than me.
Stop.
Jesus Christ. Okay, see you guys later.
Well, Jesus Christ is interesting
Bye,
because
guys.
of... Oh, okay, bye.
If we're going, that's fine. You know, just
Later, fellas. We'll see you soon.
bye.
Bye.
Nolan Dean.
So, I think up next we're gonna try to get some of the showrunners from TUFF for our little a little 1 year anniversary get together.
Thanks.
So we're gonna send some invites out.
I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna send. Brian's not in the chat, but hopefully he's around, and I'll send him an invite. Oh, sorry. I sent the wrong email. I gotta email Joe. Switched it up on me. It's usually always Ashley. It got me.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, guys.
So, how was the fight for you?
The fight was awesome. It was further proof that I suck at speedrun.
Hello.
Ash and Joe.
I'm sorry. Hi, Joe. Hi, Ashley.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hi, Jack already. I'm trying to get everybody. I sent Brian a link. I'm sure if he's around, he'll pop in whenever he can.
Cool.
But happy anniversary, guys. We did it.
Happy anniversary. Woohoo! 1 full year. I can't believe we made it 1 full year. It's amazing.
I mean, I think collectively, we definitely have. I have to look, but we have over 100 videos, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, you know what? We might. Yeah. Between DVD Bunker has over 35, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
and we have like I think we're on 16 or 7. We're behind. we're
and we're at like
And then,
21, and BFF's around what, 30,
22.
22. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Backlogs.
Yeah, that includes the backlogs. I counted today because
Yeah.
I wanted to know.
I mean,
So,
that's
yeah,
pretty
congrats.
awesome when you think all of us. I mean, that's pretty awesome. That this was, I mean, 1 year ago today, right, would have been a Tuesday, and the show would have probably finished about a half an hour ago. Right now, a year ago, we were sitting on Twitter in a DM discussing, hey man, we could do this show. We could do movie fights and our own little fan thing. We should try to get together and do that. I mean, we're having that conversation right now 1 year ago. And here's where we are. It's pretty cool.
For real. So I just wanted to go around and maybe we can like highlight some of like our favorite moments from whatever content. I right away want to bring up the we're having ham for Christmas.
That was so great.
We always harp on that, but it's just funny that
During the Kevin Bacon round, I tried to submit. I didn't get it in soon enough, but my choice for the Kevin Bacon like recast was Kevin Bacon recast in the John Hamm movie, and it's Have Bacon for Christmas.
Nice. That actually ended up being a really exciting episode too. Stacy came out of nowhere and came from behind to win that episode. There's the champ.
no, that was the one I fought Trisha on.
I think they're talking about the Kevin Bacon one though.
No, I'm talking about the Kevin
yeah,
Bacon
yeah,
round. Yeah.
No, the John Hamm I fought Trisha. on.
Yeah.
Brian just joined us. Welcome, champion.
Hi,
Ooh, hey,
Brian.
how's it going?
Oh,
Hi,
wow, he doesn't have the
guys.
belt on display. He's being humble tonight.
That's my brand. I'm very humble. That's one of my many great qualities, is how humble I am.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah?
So, Brian, we're just going around and like picking like our favorite moments over the past year.
Any tough moments?
Tough moments. Oh man.
You can take your time.
Any of the celebrity fights. I mean, even getting beaten so soundly by Hector was still a great, because that was like the first time we got somebody kind of like that on too. So that was really cool.
And I always say that
Brutal, but
telling you guys at the end of the first 4 episodes that we were having Hector because none of you knew, and being able to go, guess what, guys? Bam! Hector's coming on. You were all like, what? Oh man, I'll never forget the look on your faces. That was fantastic. And now I can finally say I got to fight a celebrity too. So being able to face Lon after after all the ridiculous things that I've said on Twitter, that Lon has been so nice to come forward and say like, no, that's absurd. To actually get to fight him live was pretty amazing. Bye, Morgan. By the way, I see in chat that you're leaving. You did a great job, Morgan. Man, don't sell yourself short. You did an awesome job, man.
no,
Doesn't matter that you don't win
good.
that show. It's not about winning that show. It's about having a good time. And if you win, great. So
That's
I still think that Kristen Wiig is a terrible choice for Annie Wilkes. But the point is
soundly beaten in that round. Soundly beaten.
not everyone agrees. Some comments in the section.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. It's gonna be controversial always.
Let's try to.
I'm gonna get my notes out and start going over rounds that I lost.
Real quick, thanks, Billy. Let me know. Send me a message. Send me a private message, Billy, and let's talk about setting that up because him and I were talking about getting another guest on, and that would be great. Thanks, Billy. Sorry, I just saw that in the chat.
And speaking of getting people on, there is an open call for new contenders on TUFF. Jack, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So one of the things I've noticed is that a lot of our guests that have been celebrities lately, we've kind of picked people that everyone has seen before, and part of that is by design. We want to make sure that we're giving our celebrity guests a really good show, and so I kind of have been picking proven fighters just so that the experience can be good. Next week I invited Sam to the show with Koi, which is the first time I'm really stepping out of the comfort box because he's terrible. But other than that, no, I'm kidding. I love you, Sam. I'm just teasing. But what I realized too, though, is that the show is a show for fans, and we need to get more fans. We want you guys to to be involved too. Like you can have as much fun as we're having, because believe me, we're having fun. So after next week's show, or excuse me, in 2 weeks we're doing the Koi show. And then after the Koi show, I want to do an all-new fighter show. So I'm looking for 3 brand new fighters who have never been on the show before. And I've already found one of them, and it's Audrey from Fan Fights at Screen Junkies.
Cool.
We were unable to reach her originally to get her in when we started having everybody on. You know, Jonathan came on, and then we had Maggie, Jarrell, and Dan. But Audrey was the only person we couldn't contact. I didn't realize she was on Twitter. She had sent me a friend request a while ago, but it's hard to. She doesn't really promote the fact that that's her. So she reached out to me as soon as she heard the announcement. She's like, "Hey, I'm that person from Screen Fights, from SJ Fights," and I'm like, "You're in." So 1 spot already gone. So 2 new people will face her in 4 weeks from now. So I really want to get some new people. I will have details on the TUFF Channel Twitter feed in sometime this week. So make sure you follow that Twitter feed, and I'll send you information about how I want to kind of do a little quick vetting process for some new fans, get you guys in here. So I think that'll be fun.
Awesome.
It'd be great. And
yeah, when I'm obsessively checking the comments section of the fan fiction episodes that I was on, there's always people, when they comment that it's their first time, the first thing they always say is like, "How do I get on?" So it's always one after the other, and then I type back to them, "But what did you think about me?" And then that's usually about the end.
Yes.
just go back and delete the comment.
Right, I'm like, "Oh, fine, take that. I don't even hear you now."
All right, let's get back to our favorite moments. Joe and Ashley, did you have anything in mind?
Go first.
I have 2, and it's just overall, I really liked my Doctor Who pitch for the speed round.
Who pitch was so great. I still kind of feel bad I didn't pick it.
Because
it was so good.
It was just off the cusp, and I was just kind of like, after I was done, I'm like, I didn't get the point, but I'm proud of that. I'm very proud of that. And then I also enjoyed getting Tom's character in our BFF wrong constantly. It lives to this day.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of BFF memes, because there's been like a bunch of them, Spicy Joe is still my favorite thing.
Kimber, you have to... Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, Tom.
I think we spent like 4 episodes on OS Plays trying to find the perfect Pokemon for Spicy Joe. Like, it became like this whole endeavor.
Like a mini quest.
This whole Spicy Joe, yeah.
My favorite moments are both from I think like fights that I lost, but my favorite fight that I did was definitely the championship. That was just super fun, and both of Brian and Jonathan Youngblood, I just like, you guys are pros, and I had a great time, and it felt like anyone could have taken it type situation, and that was just the most fun I've had during a fight. My other favorite moment is during either my first or second fight in a speed round. I got like, what's the best horror movie ever, and I fought House on Haunted Hill, and I did not win that either. But that is how I met Morgan.
So you won friendship.
Yeah, and Morgan's become a really good friend
awesome.
and buddy. So that's another top moment for me.
That's for real the best thing about TUFF. It's just all the cool people we've met.
For sure.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and yeah, it's grown so progressively. So over the last year, it's great.
And you know, when I think about fan fiction now, what I really like about, especially what Kimber just said, is that I think our attitudes with the new format as well, but I think our attitudes have shifted this year, in that the shows have really been more about fun than they ever have been. And I think that you cannot, like, maybe Morgan doesn't feel that way right at the moment, but because it's so fresh in his mind. But I mean, the person who, like, you know, Kimber, you didn't make it to the speed round, but you said to me afterwards, like, wow, I had a great time. And I'm like, that's awesome. Because that's the whole idea, that you, even if you don't make it to the speed round, that it doesn't matter. And I think the fun part of adding the speed rounds, you know, with having the lightning right after the questions, gives everyone a chance to kind of get that experience anyway. So you feel like you're doing the whole thing, even if you're not doing like 3 little questions at the end. And I'm glad to see that everyone who hasn't made it forward has expressed to me that they've still had a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about it because I know that I'll still get Brian next time. That's all. So
that's
oh, look what I found! Oh, my sweet baby is here.
Wait, where did Humble Brian go?
Gone.
So pretentious.
Now the outlaw Brian is here. No, I wanted to say I didn't get to see what Morgan said about me and my judging. Well, I didn't have the guts to tune in. I missed that. But I know he thought I gave him a pity point. There's no such thing as pity points. When I judge, I only give points based on merit. Now, how I come to that merit in my own twisted mind, that's a puzzle for you to solve. You know what I mean? But no, Morgan did awesome, and he was just as close to getting into that final speed round as Jack was. I think it was a really great. I love that question. I'm glad that question went over well. That it was silly and stupid and fun, and so I'm glad that played out.
I'm proving myself to be resourceful in those moments.
Question.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
My favorite question was the Coen brothers question.
Oh, F you
That
all.
was a good one too.
F you all.
It was wide open. That was a wide open question. That's like a genre of films.
Look, I'm not saying it wasn't appropriate, but when you saw me on Fan Fights, no one, and when they told the story about how no one could come up with the Coen brothers, and I was one of the no ones, and then to ask it again, you bastard.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you didn't think to reinforce to strengthen your weak spots after that? Come on now. That was on you, Jack.
Hey, look, I saw The Big Lebowski now, and what a terrible movie. I'm not sad at all.
Boo.
I'm sorry, Jack. I don't think I can be your friend anymore.
I did
I was
not
gonna
like
say,
The Big
oh man, now.
Lebowski.
I don't think you as a human being deserve my friendship because of that statement.
I'm
You're just
sorry.
being contrarian now.
I have to accept Joe's ire as a thing that just
just
happens
lost
when I.
viewers.
Yeah. See, there we go. I'm
Ire?
sorry.
Ire is too light of a statement.
Look, man, that movie. I didn't hate it, but that movie accomplishes absolutely nothing. When you get to the end of that movie, you're like, oh, okay. I guess I saw a movie.
Why does it? It's a movie. Why does it have to accomplish anything?
It's not about accomplishing anything. It's just telling its story as a movie.
Guys, we're saying hurtful things and we're getting off topic. So I'm gonna break it down. And
I'm
say,
just messing with Jack.
I know he is.
So everybody that's in the chat right now is going to Wizard World in Philly. And you guys, if you want to catch us there, I know that some of you in the chat are coming as well in our group. But yeah, TUFF is going to Philly. Are you guys excited?
Oh,
Very.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'm
Party super hard too. So get ready.
I'm
Coming in like
working
a
on
rock star.
I'm working on a little something.
Uh-oh.
You want to be in Wizard World Philly this year. Just saying.
Secrets.
Lots of secrets. You don't want to miss.
Teases. We're teasing.
On a Saturday, I hope, because that's the day I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring the belt so Kimber can get a look at it. Get a real nice.
Oh, I'm gonna get a real nice.
I'll let her take some pictures with it. It'll be adorable.
I got nothing but time, Brian. I'm still coming. You don't faze me. It's cool.
I heard Kimber
give her favorite moment.
What was that?
Did you give a favorite moment?
No, I did not because we got derailed. But that happens all the time with us. It's cool. It's hard for me to pick like one favorite. Like one of my favorite embarrassments was from the first episode when that whole like last speed round, and it's like think of like a movie that has the word or number 4, and I said a movie I had never seen, and then every time like that movie comes around in my life, it's haunting me. Like kids will be like, "Have you ever seen that movie?" I'm like, "How do y'all know about this?" Like they've never seen fan fiction because I don't promote that at work, but it's just like, how are so many kids asking me about this thing I will never live it down.
So the number 4 is like the number 23 to you?
I guess. One of my favorite rounds to fight for in fan fiction was the like best black and white movie where I got to fight for To Kill a Mockingbird because I'm really passionate about that movie, and I was really proud that I won that point because like I put like a lot of effort into that argument. So I thought it was a fun round.
And that was one where I was like, oh, I thought I was gonna win that up until Jack was like, guess what? You got nothing. I was like, oh, that crushing defeat when you're going into that final decision and you're like, oh yeah, I slayed that. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to savor this point. And then no, suck it. You get nothing.
You're the only person who's gone with a goose egg, aren't you? Or was it?
Yeah,
I think it was
probably.
you. I think it went on
Probably.
there, actually. I think one other person didn't get a point. But this is before. It was easier. It was harder rather to get goose eggs back then. It's a little easier now because there's less rounds to fight. So. And even though there's still 6 points on the table, but
That was the same fight,
And then
and
when-
I lost a point that fight too because I didn't go. My strength is I usually just go with my gut, and I tried to play the long game on that one in the best zombie movie category, and I picked what I thought was the smart choice rather than my personal choice, and that burned me. That burned me hard too. So you have to have the passion for it. You can't, and I just you can't fake that.
Yeah, that's happened to everybody, I think, on the show where it's like, okay, like don't go for the obvious answer, and then you should have gone for like the obvious answer because you could have argued that better than something else that like, well, that's like a better quality film, and yeah, you trying to fake your way through it.
Yeah, I'm
without
incapable
doubt.
of that. Like, you guys have seen me just sit there and be like, I can't fight. I won't fight that. Like, I've done it like I think twice on the show now, where I'm like, I cannot sacrifice my integrity for the fight.
No, I'll still come up with a Coen Brothers answer of some type and then just muddle through it.
I just couldn't fight Woe.
I could argue the Coen Brothers.
Same.
I
Yeah,
love
I
the
would have
Coen
argued.
Brothers.
Joe, I was so excited. Joe only read my choice in that round, and I was like, yes, you see that, Joe?
Oh, I only got the chance to read some choices.
Right, I was
I thought it
firing
was
through.
hilarious that I had to put Steve Buscemi from Fargo in the poll because Jack didn't know his name.
Yeah, totally. Dude, so I looked that up right away because
And
I was like, I'm
obviously,
going to need this for
I
round
just
2, but
Fargo. I've watched.
I would not let. I'm like, no matter how well I argue this, you can't give me the point.
I'm still sad that my beer did not make it to the
In the
poll.
chat.
I still think we're going to get Stargate Gate out of Sam at some point for getting the first point.
Yeah, I like that.
So,
I like that answer.
Real quick, I just want to remind everybody to check out all the TUFF content. We have the links all in the description to the channel and everyone's episodes. I had one more thing, but I forgot what it was. Oh, we just spoke a lot about the guests that were on TUFF, and I just want to give a quick thank you and throw it into the wind, and hopefully I'll get to them somehow, to Eric and Julia Lewald from X-Men the Animated Series. That was really cool. And I think it was a nice little, I don't know, get. So I don't know how I'm going to top it ever.
Yeah,
but
and
we'll
those guys
figure
are
it
like
out.
legit the coolest. They're
They're
always
awesome.
retweeting everything we
We're
post.
so down to earth and just nice, cool people. That was a really great episode.
So the first two episodes, the first two questions in our interview, and it has some bonus features, are also on the TUFF channel. The link is not in the description, so you're going to have to find it, but it's there.
And we're
I
still
think
working on
I
videos.
TUFF channeled it today, didn't I?
You did link it on our Twitter, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
On the
because
Twitter.
that's one of the highlights I wanted to definitely throw out there for today's anniversary show. So look at the TUFF channel. It's one of the recent tweets.
For sure.
But,
Cool.
So real quick, I would like to go around, and if everyone wants to, real quick promote their latest video. We heard a lot from Jack, but also give us a quick, one sentence reason why people should keep up with TUFF and tune in this year.
Do you want me to go first?
Brian, you want to go first?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Who, me?
You can go first, Brian.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm putting out the DVD bunker once a week, Fridays, trying to stay pretty consistent on getting those out. This week's episode is The Relic. I don't know if anybody's familiar. I don't usually care when I pick these movies. Sometimes I hit, sometimes I don't. But I love The Relic. It's a great horror movie, and it's a lead into next week's episode, which will be something a little bit different. We're gonna do a top 10 horror movie episode. Talk about some more classics and bigger, more well-known stuff that we might not get around to on the bunker. So, yeah, that's it. And you can find me on Twitter at Hercules, #DVD bunker. Do the things, chat with me.
We're getting a request for the DVD bunker. Eric Monroe asks to do Sleepaway Camp.
Oh yeah, sweet. I could totally do Sleepaway Camp.
And then,
I wanna be on
maybe
that
do a
show.
little piece on why it didn't win the round.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
that's called
we
the-
do a call-in segment or something. Chat with Jack. We can go over that pitch one more time.
I'm telling you, man, it was gold. You guys just didn't see it.
It's pyrite, Jack.
All right, Jack, how are people gonna find you on Twitter and all that jazz?
You can find me at JRSPitboy2008 on Twitter, and of course running the TUFF Channel Twitter at TUFF Channel TUFF. And you can find me, of course, on the TUFF Channel itself, doing button pushing and show things there. So please, of course, follow on the TUFF Channel on Twitter, on YouTube, and remember that it's really great for us when you can like. So please do that, and of course share our videos, because we want to try to bring in as many fans as we can, and you guys are the elite fans, so we really want to, people already pay attention to what you guys think, so please, everybody, feel free to like and share and all that stuff. And thank you again for making 1 year happen. You guys are the reason we do it. We don't care if a video only gets 100 likes. It doesn't matter to us, because it's the 100 people that are our friends and our fans that we tweet with every day on Twitter, and that's what makes it worthwhile. So thank you guys for a year of fun TUFF.
Ashley and Joe.
Well, you can also find us on Twitter, where I'm at Drake Masters.
And I'm at _Mrs. Davis. And we do our BFF show because Fan Friction, the week after Fan Friction airs, usually unless there's some kind of editing issue like there was with The Shining, which is one that I believe y'all have as a link in the description of this show. But our next episode will be over Westworld, the movie. There was a movie first. And and then later on, hopefully by the next Wednesday, we're going to do a recap of the Westworld season 1. We're still getting through those episodes, so we're going to try to do a little bonus. And once the summer hits and Fan Friction goes on its hiatus, we're going to go back to doing some backlogs, and we're going to try to do it a little differently, where maybe not so much editing, but more interaction with the people that chose those choices. So we're working out the logistics now, but look forward to seeing some more backlogs in summertime.
Awesome. Looking forward to that.
Yep. So this is the showrunners of the TUFF Channel. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. We just want to remind everyone that we will be in Philadelphia.
June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are the dates.
Right.
Yeah.
But apparently, you
first weekend in
definitely want to
June.
be there on the 2nd, because that's the day I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
And apparently other
Friday
stuff
and
is happening
Saturday
too.
will be the big days for sure.
Yes.
I'll be videotaping, and we'll do an Odd Shape Travels for that as well.
Which
Definitely.
may feature some special guests. We'll see how that works. If everything
Saturday.
goes according to
Do
plan.
not miss Saturday at Wizard World Philly. Trust me.
Oh,
No one should miss it.
I'm excited. Let's see what this is going to be. All right, everyone. Thanks for calling in. Anyone who's sticking around is more than welcome to come back in while we discuss some more current events and do some more Q&As.
Sounds good.
And
Thanks for having us, guys.
no problem.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Here's to 1 million more years.
A million. That's unrealistic. Just keep Brian here forever. You are trapped.
Oh, I'll stick around. You want to ask something else, or you want to knock out a couple questions real fast? You got one opinion?
Yeah, while
We
we
can
have you
move
here,
it.
you know.
Fine, either whatever you want to do.
Get somebody else with them.
You want to talk comic news?
Oh, we can a little bit. What's up? I don't know how good my knowledge is.
Let's get somebody else in here. Who wants to talk comic news? Speak now. Probably gonna be Billy. Billy's probably gonna jump on that fast. I'm putting money on it. Who's gonna jump in?
There's a little delay, so give them a second.
Oh, but I'm biding my time. He just said you all go see Wonder Woman without
Added
me.
Sleepaway Camp to the list.
No,
It might be a
just-
little while because I just did a couple horror episodes, but it's on my list.
All right. Well, let's do a Q&A while we're figuring out.
There's another Delisha one. What question?
Oh, a new caller maybe, Dylan. Dylan, we use Google Hangouts. All you have to do is give me your Gmail account associated to Google Hangouts. I call it, and then you're on the show.
So Delisha asked, what question do you wish people would stop asking you? I am a heavily tattooed woman, so I get asked a lot of questions about my tattoos. I just wish people would think of something creative to ask. I hear like the same 5 or 6 questions. The one that I wish people would stop asking the most is I have a beautiful portrait of Vincent Price on the outside of my arm. And since I am from Florida, I continuously was asked if it was Walt Disney. So if I had to not hear one question ever again, it would be, is that Walt Disney? I'm talking about my arm. Did you have one?
No one talks to me. No one like. I don't know.
Do you have one, Brian?
Yeah, oh, totally. Of course. I hate people. I hate when people ask me questions. I guess it's like, it's more like there's these kind of like same questions I get asked at my job because I do like I do like a medical examinations, ultrasounds, and it's like this kind of like, is this all you do all day is one I really like. Is this all you do all day? How long have you been doing this? Because the implication there is like, you know, do you know this job well enough to be doing this on me? You know, and don't get me wrong. Some questions are innocent. Some questions is all about tone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like those kind of questions I could do without that, and like any of the jokes that go along with like any man who's ever asked me if he's pregnant. You know, get it because of ultrasound.
Oh, I feel you on this.
I could let it go. I could let go any of those.
Yeah. I mean, is it going to hurt? I'm a tattoo artist. Is it going to hurt is one I could do without again.
You mean when I stab you a bunch of times with this tiny needle? Yeah, it'll probably hurt a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, you do hear just and again, like I'm 30, but most people would say that I look young for my age. So I do get and I'm a woman, of course. So I get a lot of people who have to ask me if like, are you qualified? And it's like, yeah, man.
Oh yeah, how long have you been doing this? Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Or they just think I'm the receptionist when they walk in because I'm a girl. Yeah. So stuff like
classy.
I've literally had to be like, you don't want me tattooing you because I'll just be there.
Yeah, people just assume whatever dudes are nearest are more qualified than I am.
Joe brings up a good one. He says 9 years of retail, and when something doesn't ring up or there's no price on it, it's free, right?
Yeah. Ugh.
All right, so we're gonna steer away from comics. I have some better news. We're gonna do some movie news.
Did you not get another caller?
No, but Brian, I'm gonna do these quick ones with Brian, and then because we have an odd number, so.
Okay.
Yeah, burn off a couple here with me, and then I'll dump me out.
So Anthony Hopkins came out and said that he thinks Michael Bay is a genius.
Yeah, I saw that. You know, I don't care, honestly. Like it's one of those things. It's like I'm so used to like the kind of kiss-assy nature of the way people in Hollywood talk about each other. You know, like every behind-the-scenes documentary, this, that, and the other DVD special feature is all the same. This guy's a genius. He's a visionary. Nobody's ever made a movie like this. This is like a family. Oh my God, I'm so close to these people. We had such a good time. Blah 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 blah. So to me, this is just like hyperbole. You know what I mean? I put like no stock in it.
The only reason I like even wrote it down is because he's not the only one. Like, you know, the vault of like 100 films, like bad. Somebody's calling me. Billy, I'm busy right now. I'll call you back.
He's trying to call into the show.
Jeez,
this is now a call-in show in two different ways.
I tried Cal kept calling my phone, and I tried to like picture in picture.
Right, there you go. Just hold it up in the corner.
Yeah, but like Bad Boys 2, and I think like The Rock. Is The Rock a Michael Bay?
Yeah, Rock's a Michael Bay movie. I mean, in my opinion, a slightly overrated Michael Bay movie. I mean, I know The Rock is like everybody's favorite action movie and everybody's favorite Michael Bay movie. I think it's good. I don't think it's as good as everybody says. Since I don't want to let Jack be the only one to have a hot take on here, so I'll throw that out. But I mean, you also like genius can mean so many things. You know, maybe he just means like visually or the way he composes the special effects. Who knows what Anthony Hopkins has to say? It's rattling around in there.
Yeah, I didn't read enough of the article to see whether or not he said it with air quotes. So
Yeah, who knows? Maybe he just said it sarcastically. We posed that question on DVD Bunker. We thought that his whole performance in the movie Instinct might be sarcastic to Cuba Gooding Jr.
Possible.
Just kind of like openly mocking him the whole time. I don't know.
I'm glad I have you on for this question too. Starting this May, the Twins sequel with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger is starting to film. How do you feel about that?
Does this still have Eddie Murphy attached to it?
Is that the third
For a long-
brother?
For a long time, yeah, there was the rumor was they were going to make a movie called Triplets, and they were going to add Eddie Murphy to it somehow. Which
I don't think Eddie Murphy is doing anything.
Okay, if Eddie Murphy's not in it, like I would, you know what I mean? Like he would be the problem for me. I'll watch just a terrible Twins sequel because I love Twins, and so even if it's bad, I'll give it one chance. You know what I mean? I'll just watch it. But man, I just don't like. I'm just not an Eddie Murphy fan, especially in the. I mean, like he had a couple of hits, but even that was so long ago. Like, so hey, if it's, I love Danny DeVito and Arnold. I think me and my wife were talking about it. It's just like he's never been good. He's just like very specific in what he does. So
I do like their chemistry though. Like I
love Twins.
That I hope in Twins it was great. And they're both Batman villains. So they got that going on too. I'm gonna ask.
I don't count those. They're well, actually that's not fair. I do like Timber. I do like Batman Returns.
Yeah, Returns is good.
Yeah, I was about to slag them both, but then I was like, no, I can't do that. I like Batman Returns.
Yeah.
There's one more thing, and I don't want this to become a discussion about like whitewashing because there's plenty of it on the internet.
Because there's so many white people here. Is that why?
There's that too, but I respect the opinions of everybody. So you could go and check out the research there. But the reason I bring it up is because it's not doing well in America. But apparently it's doing really well in Japan.
Ghost in the Shell.
It's Ghost in the Shell, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I wonder how much of it is just like, I don't know,
hype,
people or dishype.
Well, I mean, here's my opinion, and I kind of thought about this remember when Great Wall came out a couple months ago with Matt Damon? And there's the same kind of thing. And it's like, this I thought was a little worse because, you know, obviously the source material is a Japanese character. But in that movie, people were talking about whitewashing, and I'm like, it's just they didn't take a Japanese or a character from Great Wall and turn him into Matt Damon. They wrote a part specifically for Matt Damon because he's a big star and they wanted Matt Damon in their movie, and Chinese people want to see Matt Damon too. And I think maybe that's the thing with Ghost in the Shell is like they'll just want to see Scarlett Johansson too. They like stars.
Again, I didn't want to get into a huge discussion of it, but in the anime and the movie, it talks about how she's based on a popular, like she's like there are multiple versions of that face because like mannequins have that face. Like it's a popular because the Eastern European look is popular, and there's a lot of comment on race and stuff in the anime.
If I recall correctly, she's a robot, but she has a Japanese woman's brain, but that doesn't mean that the robot part needs to be Japanese.
And that's the impression I got from the movie. That's what I heard. I haven't seen it, but that's what I heard people saying about the movie. That's kind of what they did in that too. And I said,
I can't really form an opinion, like you say, until we see it. So, but it's
and my whole thing is like I understand why they want to see stars over there too. Like you know what I mean? Like there might just be markets. Like that's why Tom Cruise movies do. We're more geared over here in America now to like properties, and that's why sequelizing is such a big deal. And obviously you have the shared universes, but a lot of other countries still get into big stars, and like Triple X did good over there because it had Vin Diesel and Donnie Yen in it. You know what I mean? Like crap, but they like it. You know what I mean? And they like stars and they like their big action. And so I don't know. Like I think that's part of it.
Yeah, and I think that like we can't just generalize and say that like Japan in general likes it, because I'm sure that their opinions are just as varied as our opinions are. Like there's a lot of fucking people there. Some of them are gonna feel one way, some of them are gonna feel
yeah, absolutely. And I hate when I get generalized into like the flyover state when people are like, oh, very recently on Movie Fights, they had a guest on who was very much like, oh, you people, when he talked about people who watch movies, you know what I mean? And it's like, don't don't lump me in. Don't think you know me because I live in a place that grows corn. You know what I mean?
But that, I mean, I just think people just need to research and make their own opinions before, like, because like the whole like everyone freaking out about Iron Fist being whitewashed when Danny Rand like is like, and I have no problem like the Kingpin in Daredevil when Michael Clark Duncan played him. I'm fine. Like I don't care. But like traditionally, Iron Fist was never like, so you can't get mad about that.
Yeah.
I think it would have been one thing if like whoever they got to play Danny Rand killed it. If he had just been amazing and like acted the shit out of it and did the martial arts and was like top notch across the board, and that would have shut everybody's mouth. It's the fact that it was kind of lackluster, and then that gave people more of an in to be like, well, we'll see, you didn't even pick the best guy for the role, you know?
Well, yeah, but he's just saying that that's a white character in Iron Fist.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
It's just there's a fine line between like showing appreciation and learning from a culture and adopting their ways to it's just it all depends on what like source material says about the character beforehand. That's all I'm saying.
Right, and it leads into that whole sticky thing about the, you know, the changing the sex and race of comic book characters, and is it better to take a legacy character and do that, or to create try to create new IPs, and well, they can't get a foothold in this, that. It's so difficult to wrap your mind around, like it's such a quagmire of like saying the wrong thing or get hurt in the wrong person's feelings. It's like we're all just trying to, you know, we all want to be represented. We all want to see other people represented. I think, anyway. I think so.
I mean, they've done some cool characters. The new Miss Marvel, who has like nothing to do with the original Mrs. Marvel or Captain Marvel, but she has like elongation powers and shape-shifting abilities, and she's like a strong Muslim character. Like they like are like slowly bringing in, and I think it's smart to bring in exposure like that because it's not anywhere else. But at the same time, when you're like, I have no problem with the all-female Avengers. I thought that was a cool storyline. Like the only time like they've ever like changed gender was Loki turning into a woman for like 3 years for no reason. But still, like it's Loki. Who cares?
Because that costume was sexy. What do you mean no reason? Like she looked good with the big fur and everything. I was into right. I was into it. I was into that.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think everyone's just trying to, you know, do you know, represent everyone and
I think it's personally like I think it's better when instead of like taking an already established character and changing their like race or gender or whatever to introduce new characters for diversity.
Right. Like Jane Foster becoming the new Thor.
I love that. Yeah, that's great. And she was freaking badass looking. I'm a big fan of their Lady Thor.
Miles Morales taking up the mantle after Spider-Man, and then like commenting so that he even like wore the same costume and then realized it was in such bad taste. Like,
yeah, and then you have like Ironheart with Riri Williams, and like I think that's better when you're getting new characters and letting them have their own thing instead of just like rebranding old. Like,
but then it's also, people would argue too, like you're kind of just giving the Iron Man, you know what I mean? You're taking the legacy character and using that and like coming off the strength of that character. And some people would like to see like a black female character who's just a new character, or maybe like Misty Knight get more of a push or something like that. And I'm not, you know, I'm not saying I like what you're saying too. I'm just saying there's multiple ways to look at it. It seems like even when you're trying to make people happy, they're still not always making everybody happy, and their points of view are valid too. You know, it's rough.
But I think that's something that they're gonna do anyway, like passing like the mantle of like Batman, and then you have like somebody else taking up Batman.
What comes and it goes, right? You always have it go, and then it comes back. Eventually, it'll be Tony Stark again, and eventually it'll be original Thor again, and then hopefully the idea is that Ironheart can go on once Tony Stark is back to being Iron Man. She can become her own fully fleshed out character and be strong enough to move on. You know, Baby Bird can leave the nest and all that.
For sure, and just because they're taking up that mantle right now doesn't mean that they can't branch out and have that character develop into a different type of hero later. You know, this is just a starting
point. You know what I mean? He was an Iron Man replacement for a long time in the suit to kind of like double as Tony, and then now he gets to be his own character, and he's in the movies, and so it can happen, right?
You have characters like Dick Grayson, for instance, who is Robin, and then he's Nightwing, and then wasn't he Batman as well? Did he pick that up? So like you can have characters who have stories that take them from being this hero to that hero to that hero. So hopefully at least that's a good starting point to introduce people to, you know, that character without the superhero persona, that person's secret identity, you know?
I think
Yeah,
it's also
definitely.
important to establish the character before just I want to I fully support Riri like that happening, but I want to know more about I just heard she's the smartest person in the world. Or is that Moon
the
Girl?
Moon Girl. I love Moon Girl.
But,
in
like, I
Double
wanna see
Dinosaur.
why.
I was
That's
gonna
like
say-
every Marvel character. All the Marvel characters are so smart and sciencey. Everybody's a genius in the Marvel universe.
When at the same time, science is like the biggest cause of most of the problems.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, Moon Girl's a child. That's why some people are like, oh, she can't be the smartest and stuff. But I like her. She's unique. She's got her own thing going. She has a huge freaking badass T-Rex.
She can
I love
switch
her.
bodies
She's
with.
awesome. I'm a big fan of Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur. If you guys haven't checked Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur out, you should. It's pretty cool. And,
All right. Well, speaking of that, we should probably segue into our comic section. So, Brian, thanks for sticking around. And
No, thank you for letting me chat some more. That's awesome.
For sure, and I'm really excited to spend some time with you in Philly, man. That's going to be really fun.
Yes, real time, all kayfabe rivalry aside. I can't wait to see you guys and all of us actually be in the same area together. It's going to be a blast.
I'm sure we'll have to take some snapshots, some rivalry.
I'm sure there'll be
Pictures.
some
Oh,
great
yeah.
content that comes out of that weekend.
Definitely.
So, everyone.
I would hope so. What a waste if it doesn't, right? I mean, geez.
No. For like a year and a half for nothing.
Nobody took a picture or a video. It's like, we tweet once. Oh, I had a good time. Bye. That's it.
Nice. All right, Brian, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Who do we have coming in next?
Well, I want to get Billy in for the comics discussion. Anyone else want to talk about comic book movies, Marvel? We're going to talk about the new trailers that dropped. I'm going to call Billy right now. I was actually kind of just hoping Austin would pop in. Because he knows his things. We got to get Mormo in here at some point too, because I want to
Just
plug
make sure
his new
trying to
stuff.
get people.
Yeah, we're gonna get everybody
kinda
in.
close to who came in order, Delicia's volunteering for tribute.
Cool. And then after that we'll do HBO with Eric and somebody else.
Yes,
Maybe.
that sounds good, Eric, for HBO. I think Eric's handle should be at Stannis Fanist.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
Not much. I didn't get much sleep today, but I'm pushing through it just for you guys because you guys are worth it.
Thanks, buddy. We might bring Eric in just to get him because he has to go. So let's get in and we'll try to keep it civil.
Yeah, just everybody try to give each other a chance to talk because it does get really hectic with so many callers. Rick, some questions for them too, right?
I do. Well, I have a bunch of things to talk about.
I know. I need Eric for at least that one, the Game of Thrones bit.
We'll see if he can stay on that one.
Yeah, talking about the false king Stannis Baratheon. He is the false king. It is written. It is known.
I think we
It is known.
We need to get
It is
this out of the way. That Thor trick.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Eric.
What did you guys think?
What was the question?
Look at that beard.
He was talking about the Thor Ragnarok trailer.
Oh, that trailer was a blast. I loved it.
I know, that freaking Led Zeppelin song. I was like, why have they never used this before? It's so good.
Because they were waiting. Raul was commenting the Mavis logo. Thank you.
I'm kind of disappointed, Eric, got to know your awesome bathroom.
My connection's not good from there. Otherwise, Hangouts. Otherwise, I would.
You're a little low, Eric, so I'm going to turn you up.
Can you hear me now? I move my.
You're good now.
Okay, I move my microphone. So what's up, everyone? Just want to say hey.
Hola.
So, that moment when Thor realized the Hulk was there is probably the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I I wish that I saw a
He's my
thumbnail.
friend from work.
He's my friend from work. Oh my god.
He's
And
my
Loki's
friend
just
from work.
It's gonna be so much fun. And Hela looks so good with the headdress. I never thought I would see it.
That was
yeah.
that was such
It's-
good casting. Case to
it's-
cast Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, she
And
looks so great. I don't. Did you guys see what Elizabeth Banks tweeted? I think she tweeted it or put it on her Facebook or something. She tweeted to Kate Blanchett. She goes, "Bitch stole my look,"
Oh,
and then she goes, "LOL, can't wait. You look amazing. Can't wait to see the movie," or something like that. I was like, that's so funny.
What I saw that I liked today was that Maude Garrett was saying that a lot of people were telling her she should cosplay Hela, and I think that would be perfect for her.
Oh my
She
god.
She would.
Yes.
She,
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Maud. Yes. Finally.
And then Brienne wants to cosplay as Valkyrie. I think I said that right.
yeah.
I
The
think
white
it's cool that we got the Mjolnir stuff out of the way right away. That we
Yeah.
like. It's kind of like Marvel's doing a good job of being like, well, here's the premise. Like they're not spoiling like the sequences. They're like, we're gonna take your suit away. We're gonna take your hammer away. Like slowly, Cap got his shield taken away. You know what I mean? Like slowly, everyone's getting stripped down. Conflict, and I love that.
The thing I'm most excited about is that Taika Waititi is directing Ragnarok, and I have like full confidence that he's going to do an amazing job. I'm a big fan of his, and this just got me really excited because like that's what I want from him. I want it to be funny and exciting, and he's nailing it based on what I've seen so far. So I'm just pumped, and I'm sure he's going to do great.
I have a question. I love the trailer. I have one question. I know Billy or Tom will know. Is Lady Sif not in this one? Is Lady Sif not in?
She's probably. I mean, she might be on Agents of Shield at this point. I don't know.
She's not on Shield. So that was only in the first season. It's said on the wiki page that she is. I really doubt it because she has that show Blind Spot. I would think nobody does, and I would think that she would be fully committed to that show. And I don't know if they get her in there, that'd be awesome. But if not, it's fine. We already know the Warriors 3 are in it, but they're really boring. They're not
Heimdall looks awesome.
No, Heimdall looks great, but
I want to know what he's doing. I was like, where are you? Who are you fighting? Who are those people? I need to know.
He's probably trying to find Thor, to be honest. He's probably running around trying to figure out what's up. I don't know what Loki's got going on. He's there at the fighting pit.
Nice to see him. It's been a while.
Yeah.
flipping knives, and and I can definitely notice his wig. How it's a terrible wig. I'm just like, you know what?
Better than Kristen Wig in Missouri.
Oh, Jesus.
I think Jeff Goldblum looks good.
Jeff Goldblum
He looks
amazing.
Awesome.
I was so happy.
I foolishly tried to watch Independence Day 2 like a week ago. It was a big mistake. The whole thing was just a failure. I didn't last like an hour into it. Don't waste your time if you haven't seen that film.
I've already seen it, and
Horrible.
there was a lot more people in the theater than I expected. I'm like, really? No, but yeah, it's not a good movie.
Well, I'm also excited about Homecoming, if you guys haven't guessed that yet.
Mhm.
That trailer was awesome.
I'm not excited about my Homecoming. I'm going alone.
Oh.
Bring a cardboard cutout of Spider-Man, and then you could be I don't know.
No, this is like my second bad joke for the night. The first one I did in the chat, and it was like, who's not going to see the Defenders? Matt Murdock.
You can kind of see. That's the one thing. Like, I like these promos they're doing, but I see him not in a Daredevil suit. I'm like, well, that wouldn't happen that way. He wouldn't just be running around as Matt Murdock. But
Yeah, I don't remember who brought it up. It might have been Sasha who said that maybe like they were doing something or other and he didn't have access to the suit, so he had to go to old school Daredevil and just put the whatever he put on over his head again because he didn't have the suit with him at the time of whatever they were doing.
Possibly.
I was like, that could work. I don't know. We just have to see. Or for all we know, that wasn't even like a scene from the show or whatever, just a promo. I don't know.
But while we're talking about Homecoming, Tom Holland stated that he fan casted Jason Momoa as Kraven the Hunter, and I love that. I think that's the coolest thing.
I still remember him from Baywatch. I do remember him from Baywatch. That's going way back. Well, everyone my age watched Baywatch in the 90s when we were growing up. That was the show to watch.
Yeah, basically Jason Momoa as any big hairy dude like Lobo or Kraven the Hunter.
I would love a Lobo movie.
Yeah, apparently there's been one. It's been in development hell for years.
Oh.
And the guy who wrote the first script for Wonder Woman and wrote the script for Pan was supposed to do it.
Pan was pretty horrible.
Pan is appropriately named. It got panned by people and critics alike. Thankfully,
would you say it didn't pan out for him?
Yes, everyone's channeling it. Everyone's channeling the puns.
It smells like Teen Spirit scene. Like, what the hell was that?
It was trying to do what A Knight's Tale did, with the "We Will Rock You" scene, and they did it right. But
that movie's great.
Yeah,
I'll stick with Hook when it comes to Peter Pan. I'll stick with Hook.
So, Billy, I don't know if you know this guy, but Kevin Conroy is coming back in another Batman animated movie.
Yeah.
And it's a Batman Harley Quinn team-up movie.
Did you hear who's voicing Harley Quinn?
Hold up. It's the one with Melissa Roche, right?
Who is it?
As Harley?
Boom.
Mm-hmm. She plays Bernadette on The Big Bang Theory.
Perfect.
Yeah, she's good.
Hold up. I gotta.
She's really cute, too. I think she's the best
my
part of
stuff,
the show.
Because it's not me. I don't have props.
So is this an animated show or animated movie? I didn't. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, let me just find the one. And yay.
Oh, okay.
So awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, he just wrote "I am Batman." that's literally all he did.
Nice.
Or no,
he
he wrote "To Bill, I am Batman," and yeah, I have an interesting story about the Jennifer Carpenter one, but we can save that for another time.
Okay, I can't wait to hear that because I'm a big Dexter fan.
Well, speaking of Batman, there's a rumor that 2019 is going to be the year of the Bat, and they're going to release 4 live-action Batman movies.
No, they're not. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
It'd be a really clever way for him to get out of his contract.
Bullshit. They're not doing it.
Wow.
I think it could be
in 2019.
I don't even think they could do that. Like, the filming schedule would be hectic. Yeah. It'd be terrible. Oh yeah, I did learn something. Jennifer Carpenter is actually going to be voicing Catwoman in an upcoming animated DC project. I just learned that.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought that would. That's all I know because that's all she could actually say, and she's wonderful in person as well. If she does the convention thing at Philly, I would definitely go up and talk with her.
Speaking of Philly, I can't tell you how excited I am that so many of you are coming to my city. I had no clue Ashley and Joe were coming.
Yeah.
I'm even more excited now. Philly, I promise I will Periscope as much as I possibly can for you, buddy.
Who else? It's Raul. Randall still might be coming. He's trying.
Amy Austin's going to be there.
Delicia's staying with us. Al.
Matt from
Matt from DVD Bunker. Brian.
And I've said this before. If my situation was different, I would let everyone come here and stay for free without hesitation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wish it was different, but life,
We're staying in the DVD bunk house.
The bunker beds.
You just sleep on the DVDs.
How far is it from the convention center?
It's like a couple of blocks.
Because my sister,
2 or 3 blocks.
Yeah, because my sister lives like 15 minutes, but her boyfriend lives 15 minutes from it. So I'm probably gonna park there and just walk to the convention center.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and I
Well-
I know Jack said that Saturday was the day you want to be there, but no, it's Friday because June 2nd is my birthday, and that's the most important day of
Oh.
that weekend.
You know what else is on June
Well, that's why
2nd?
we're not going to the
I know
Day.
it's Wonder Woman, Billy. It's Wonder
Yeah,
Woman.
we could
Oh,
we could
wow.
we could have all seen it on your birthday. It would have been
I
my treat,
know. Oh,
but I can't do that. So
I mean, if you just stow away and like in the back of someone's car, you know, just
well, I don't know.
We're getting some feedback in the chat that it might not necessarily be live action movies. Maybe it might be all animated or one live action and some animated, but
Okay,
four big Batman movies are
that
apparently
makes
coming
more
out.
sense.
yeah, like I think Kevin Conroy said they were trying to do like the Hush storyline. Him and Mark Hamill were that would be really cool. Although with what happened with the Killing Joke, I really doubt.
Yeah, well,
And
Hush has the benefit of being an arc in a story, whereas the
Killing Joke was like a one-off.
one book, yeah.
It's also Alan Moore stuff, and Alan Moore stuff is extremely difficult to adapt.
Well, I did see that they have the Killing Joke on the HBO app now.
It
I
is.
saw that. So now I get to actually check it out.
Check it out, but
Eh.
it was terrible.
Not that good at all.
No,
I just want to see
cut
what
it,
everyone's talking about.
skip the first
Or-
30 minutes, and then
Yeah,
it's
it's not bad.
somewhat decent when you skip the first 30 minutes.
It becomes tolerable. Tolerable.
Somewhat, Kim.
Except for the musical number.
Speaking of Barbara Gordon, background movie, Joss Whedon.
I'm down for that.
Yes. Come, Joss. Come to
What movie was that? I didn't hear.
the place.
Batgirl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm all for that.
I think DP would benefit from some fun, and I think Batgirl is a good character to do that with. A character that I'm not sure is like there for like fun, and I guess it's come out that the director and writers intend Wonder Woman to be a comedy.
That's weird.
I don't know why they would come out and say that.
It's very weird.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the directors and producers are on the record as saying that they intend for Wonder Woman to be a comedy.
Wait.
Like, I don't know if
I'm not down for that.
from everything I've seen, I'm not seeing it really as a comedy. I mean, I see it like it has some more humor, you know, like banter. That's what they could very well mean. They could have.
Maybe they mean compared to the other two.
Well, anything's a comedy compared to the last two. Let's be honest there.
I do want to say that we were out shopping, and there was a display of toys, and I got a little emotional because I would have fucking loved to have had this when I was a kid. But they had these Wonder Woman toys that were like a big set that was like a horse with Wonder Woman, like those cool, awesome, like big plastic like doll horses. And the costume like looked great. It was like fabric, and they had her, and they had Chris Pine's character. But I was like, how cool is this? That this is like a whole superhero like end cap, and it's Wonder Woman, and these are the coolest. Like I would buy them just to have them. They were really awesome. Like just super cool to see.
Sounds
that.
awesome.
Yeah, I would have loved to have them when I was a kid. Like I could see like begging my parents.
I still have all my action figures. They're like in a closet somewhere. I have X-Men, superheroes, wrestlers, you name it. They're all somewhere in a closet, and I can't get rid of it.
Oh, I have tons
memorabilia.
of stuff in this
I just can't
apartment.
get
You
rid of
guys can't see. I love it. Like I'm a collector of
We
things.
should do a tour of all of our stuff.
I was just about to
Yeah.
say that one of the videos should be like a tour of your guys' stuff.
Because I have some
Yeah,
really
some-
old toys, like some really cool stuff.
I need some inspiration because I have like nothing.
I still have more from the X-Men cartoon in the package.
Oh my god!
I had to go to like
collection
5
of
different
that.
card shows to get it in Philly. I had to go. I think it was the Armory that had it.
Of Marvel cards from the 90s. I have like a fairly complete collection of all the Marvel cards. The book is like this fat.
It's
Oh,
in
I
our
didn't
first
mind.
episode. If you go and look at our first episode, she'll show you the cards.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll a little bit farther so we can get some more people in. real quick, I just want to bring up that Invader Zim's coming back in an animated movie for Nickelodeon. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, I
I
haven't.
liked it when I was a kid.
I haven't. Yeah, I do remember watching it as a kid, but it's not something that really sticks out to me right now. So I was like, when I saw it, I was like, okay, that's cool. That's kind of cool. And then, but after that, I was like, didn't think about it after that.
I worked at Hot Topic during the Invader Zim heyday, so like all of Roman Dirge's stuff, like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and Lenore did as well. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm very familiar with all of that stuff because I mean I worked there like 2005 to 2007 or something like that. So that was like right when all that stuff was huge.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of Gur merchandise.
Yeah. I have friends with Gur tattoos and stuff.
Yeah, Gur is a huge seller.
For sure.
Me and an ex.
All of the Gur lines and do Gur impressions before my puberty kicked in. So while we have you guys, real quick, because we know Eric is such a Game of Thrones fan, and Billy subscribes to it as well.
Okay, so they did a promo for HBO with everybody doing the HBO noise, and you got to see a bunch of the Game of Thrones characters in their season 7 looks.
Yes.
A personal fit, like I love how Cersei looks very close to the end of the season last time, and Daenerys looks like a villain, like I've been fucking saying. She looks awesome. She looks like the queen, very regal. Arya stands out to me. She looks freaking badass.
She looks like Ned. She looks like a little Ned.
Yes, she was definitely the standout for me.
Jon Snow, you see he's wearing like the Stark like armor around his neck. So did you guys have any thoughts on that? How about you?
My personal favorite actually was Daenerys because she looks like a commander to me.
Yeah.
I love her new look. She came off looking like a leader to me, and I'm like, I'm definitely down with that, but an evil one. I do think she's going to turn evil. I agree with you on that. And I also love Arya's new look. I'm so glad that.
Missandei.
Oh, she looked good too in the black. Oh yeah, she's hot, by the way. I think she's so hot.
Oh yeah, I agree with you there.
Natalie Emmanuel, I think, is in my top 3 most beautiful women of the show. She's definitely gorgeous.
That's why I feel bad for poor Grey Worm because young Sully
He can make it work.
Listen,
he's got other methods, I'll leave it at that.
That's true. That's true. Still out.
I just don't understand like how he's not. But that's a whole nother subject.
But yeah, I love the costumes. I just can't wait.
Yeah,
while we're talking Westworld, while we're talking HBO and the Davises are going to be doing Westworld on their next DVD bunker. Corey asks us in the chat, Game of Thrones or Westworld?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I will say, listen, it's Game of Thrones, but I'm a huge fan of Westworld. I was just saying to Tom, like, man, when Westworld comes back on, we should do a recap show of that, because it was amazing. I would say that the first season of Game of Thrones compared to the first season of Westworld, I would probably pick Westworld.
Yeah, if you're.
I would too because Stannis wasn't on season 1, so I agree with you.
We're gonna go down this road.
I'm just saying.
Really?
I agree with that.
I
fully endorse that. I fully endorse that statement, Kimber.
I do think that like Westworld season 1 was damn near like perfect. Like I was so entertained the whole time, and that Game of Thrones was like more of a slow burn, and it started getting better as it went along.
I have a couple of friends that just couldn't get into it. Game of Thrones, they were like a brother and a sister. Are they blood related, having sex? I'm like, yeah, they are.
I think that was them going, hey, if you're not on board now, you're never going to be on board.
Yeah.
Get rid of some of the riffraff. I'm just going to correct myself. That wasn't a question. That was Corey answering Dylan's question on what he should watch on HBO.
So, good question.
Watch both. They're great.
Watch both. I also think I haven't watched it. I only saw bits and pieces while Kimber was watching it. But The Leftovers seems really cool.
Oh my God, amazing! Final season's coming.
That's what I wanted Eric on for.
Okay.
Get caught up because everyone asks me what the hell's going on, and the true answer is I have no idea. I have no clue. But
in true Damon Lindelof fashion, you have no idea what the hell is going on.
I am definitely hoping we get some answers in this final season, at least some.
How many seasons are there?
The new season, and it's the 3rd season. It's going to be the final one. It's starting also this week, I believe the 16th.
16.
But yeah, I just binged the whole show. I didn't even realize they were about to start a new season, but my friend has been kind enough to let us use his HBO Now, so I've been watching everything. Really, really interesting. Super different. There's not really anything else like it. I like Justin Theroux. I think he's a sexy old man. I'm a big fan of that. I loved how the second season was such a shift from the first one, even down to have like a different theme song and starting out the first season with a whole different like family, different town. Super unique. I would recommend it. Like I was really into some of the choices that they made. And I would love to talk to you sometime where we can discuss spoilers.
Oh, absolutely. I just don't. This isn't really a spoiler. I just want to say, season 3. I don't know if you know, it's going to be in Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that one to the list.
Definitely add Adele. Billy, if you don't watch it, you got to get on that too, buddy.
Wait, what show is this? I heard Justin Theroux's in it.
The Leftovers.
Oh, The Leftovers. Yeah. You know what? I'm generally a fan of Damon Lindelof. I think he has great beginnings and middles. He just needs somebody to help him with his endings. I'm looking at Lost because I personally didn't have a problem with that ending, but I know a lot of people have.
I liked, as far as the couples who ended up together on Lost, like that aspect I liked. But
I don't think this show is anything like Lost at all.
Yeah.
I don't care for Lost.
No, it's different.
No, I mean, but like Damon Lindelof's storytelling in general, just like
making you think like what the hell's going on. I understand what Billy's saying.
Yeah.
It's a little Lindelof.
I thought the finale of the second season of Leftovers really was good in particular. So I'm excited. Yeah, Tom watched it with me. I'm excited. Towards the end of the second season, it got really, really interesting.
I don't want to say anything. There's one episode before that when something happened. We'll talk.
Their freaking miracle song in their town gets stuck in your head like nothing else. That freaking it's a miracle. So bad.
And like I still like, what's up with all the cigarette smoking and them and the cigarettes? Like, what does that mean?
How do they afford it? All right, so Dylan and Mormo, real quick, they asked us, what's the funniest show HBO ever made?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Been on HBO that HBO made.
Tenacious. Well, that's been on HBO, I believe. I want to say Tenacious D.
I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Curb Your Enthusiasm fan.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I've only had HBO for like the last couple of months or 2 months or something, so I don't know.
I don't actually have HBO. Yeah.
I will say, growing up,
I mean, me
I
either. I
Dream
just use my friend's password, but yeah.
Dream On was fun growing up.
Wait. What was that, Eric?
Dream On, when I was growing up, like in the early 90s, that was a funny show.
Nice.
It was called Dream On.
I don't know what
Lots of sex in that.
That's HBO.
That is HBO.
What the best HBO like comedy show is, but my favorite one that was ever featured on HBO that you could watch there was I'm a big fan of Ricky Gervais. I think he's a really good writer. And he did a show with Warwick Davis that was like a faux documentary called Life's Too Short. And that is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's in the style of Extras, which is on Netflix now. Watch Extras.
I love the episode when they try to pitch Willow 2 and they bring Val Kilmer in.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny.
It's the very first episode of Life's Too Short has Liam Neeson on it, and he does this bit because he's playing himself where he's like pitching that he wants to do stand-up comedy, and Ricky Gervais is like doing improv with him, and it is literally like, I love like cringe humor. It's funny to me. I don't know what it is. That's why I like Ricky Gervais. Like, it's so uncomfortable to watch, but I don't think Tom enjoys it as much as I do, but like it kills me. And that is like the funniest 5 minutes. Look up Life's Too Short, Liam Neeson, and watch the clip. It's like the funniest thing. It's so ridiculous. And
that was a funny show.
But
only went one season though, but it was a funny show.
Oh, I loved it. I like I said, they did Extras, which Extras just went on Netflix, and I had never seen the Christmas special. That's like a movie that's at the end of Extras, and I really enjoyed it. It was good. I just hate that David Brent movie. It's not good.
It's not good at all.
No, but other than that, I love Ricky Gervais. I think The Invention of Lying is brilliant and underrated.
What's that show?
The Office,
Derek.
the original version.
Have you guys watched Derek?
I hear it's pretty good.
I've heard about it though.
Okay, so Derek, he plays like a dude who is on the autism spectrum, and he like works at this home for old people, and it's really heartfelt and like just really genuinely sweet and funny, and you see a lot of familiar faces. And I thought it was unexpected for Ricky Gervais to do something that was really kind of serious, and there were many times that I got extremely emotional watching it. Tom works kind of in a similar field to that. So it hit kind of home with him to watch it. What were you gonna say?
It sounds
Well,
deep.
like you're saying with like the cringe factor, when he's like when the show is like the whole like basis of it is like, oh, I'm using the wrong term, like to describe someone's ailments or what they're going through, and like I would get mad, but then seeing him in Derek and being like, no, I get it, like I get the struggle.
But he's not.
It's just I know it's there.
He never uses anything like that to be hurtful. It's always the intention with which he is doing stuff. He uses it as a tool to show how people are and to show how they should not be. It's like Borat or something like that.
Right. I get why it's there, and he's never the one. It's always like a misunderstanding, but the fact that that's the basis of the episode.
You're talking about that episode of Extras I was watching.
I have to advocate for people.
But at the same time, he's trying to bring awareness that you shouldn't be talking about people like this, and that like Derek, you got to watch Derek. It's just really good. Derek,
is that on HBO too? Is that on HBO too?
Huh? Derek is a Netflix
original. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out.
I have a question. Do you like Larry David's humor?
Yes.
I find him hilarious.
Love Larry David's humor. He wrote the best stuff of Seinfeld.
Yes. Like when I'm in situations in life, the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme plays in my head all the time. Yep. And my favorite episode is the baptism one.
Oh, Jesus.
When he thinks the guy is being drowned and he's really being baptized, he's like converting to Christianity or whatever, and he stops the whole thing. And then he says, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and this whole fight breaks out. That is my favorite episode.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to try to get some more people in here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Pleasure.
Thank you for having us on again.
And I can't wait for the Stephen King episode.
Oh. Link to our blog is down below. Delisha just wrote an in-depth article about Philadelphia and film. So check it out. We're going to Philadelphia. So as Brian pointed out, we now have like a map of all the hot spots. So,
yes.
Be sure to check that out.
You go to Pat's or Geno's, go Pat's.
No,
egg sandwiches.
We're going to neither.
Pat's. Team Pat's all the way.
The entire time. Yeah, and I can't wait.
Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I can't wait to discuss Game of Thrones with you, Eric, and how wrong you are about Stannis.
Oh, I am so right. I can't be wrong, but I'm
just gonna quickly go over the houses. Yes.
I have a Stark shirt because I support Ned Stark because he supported the one true king. He knew who Robert's true heir was, which was
because Ned is an honorable man.
Exactly. Who doesn't want to agree with
his head up top? But yeah, and definitely I gotta tell you guys, I already told Morgan and Nolan and Raul my my Jennifer Carpenter story. I will definitely tell you guys that later. It's one that only you would be like, only you would do something like that.
I can't wait to hear it.
Right.
I do. My favorite thing, I think, like that I found on the internet this week was that GIF I got to send to Eric with Stannis.
Yes, I love that. Stannis approves. I love that. That was awesome.
I like that too. He has moments. I'll give him that.
He has the
All right, everyone. And tomorrow, look out for Billy's Point Break review.
Awesome.
Of the original or the horrible remake?
Original.
That's good.
Only one. I'm never gonna see that. I'm never gonna see the remake.
I'm gonna say another movie that has to go on my list of things to watch.
No, but then Tom has challenged me now. He said it as a joke, but I'll do it. Dragon Ball Evolution. I'll do it.
It wasn't a joke. You asked.
I know. I'll do it. And I could bring in my cousin who's a huge Dragon Ball fan and like get his perspective on the entire thing as well.
It's a good idea. I'm really enjoying Super, but that's a discussion for another day.
Yeah, and I met Piccolo, so I mean, there's that.
I know. That's why I asked you to do it.
Yeah, I figured.
All right. Well, we're gonna get going and get some other people in.
Bye,
It's getting
everyone.
late, so,
Okay.
Good
See
night,
you guys.
guys.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Good night.
And good night.
Bye.
I never get to get Billy. Oh, he beat me
Don't
to
get
it
me.
again. I'll get it.
You're not gonna get me.
Happy Passover, Eric.
Thank
Happy
you very
Passover.
much. Thank you.
All right. So Mormo, Corey, and Raul.
That sounds like a fun party.
And
I know
then
Corey said he was getting sleepy.
I don't know if anyone. That's why.
Ash and Joe were still around.
Oh,
so I
Ash
wanted
and
to call
Joe.
them in.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Let's do
Mormo and Corey, and then
We'll
Ash
do
and Joe
Mormo
and
and Corey,
Raul.
Ashley and Joe and Raul. So sorry to take Raul away from you, Mormo and Corey. I know he's a good get, but that's my new term apparently. I said that twice tonight.
I just want my picture with Raul next to the.
Yeah,
next to
Supernatural.
Baby.
It's happening.
Yeah. We'll sing "Carry On" by Wayward Son together. We'll do harmonies. It'll be cute.
All right, invite sent. Moro's got a lot of cool things in the pipeline. He accidentally raised $10 for Make-A-Wish yesterday. That was cool.
Accidentally?
Yeah, because he just like was making a status and was like, "There's a donate button," and he was like, "Okay,"
Nice.
but he's trying to do things for. We'll hear it from him, but
He's
he's
a
doing
charitable
some.
man.
He's doing some trying to get some charity work off the ground. So, if you have a cause, talk to him.
He's a rebel with many causes.
Indeed.
Do you have any more
Indubitably.
questions on the list?
Yeah, let's see if there's any more Q and A's. Hey, let's do the money.
Hey man, can you see me?
I can see you, Mormo. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I don't want to alarm you. It appears that you're on fire.
Oh, I got an echo. Just a second.
Congrats, TUFF Channel. Nice. You're on fire.
Yeah, Corey, the message has the invite in if you're coming in. If not, let me know. I can send you another one just in case. But how's it going, Mormo? I was just talking about you're working on some new stuff. Did you want to take this moment while we're waiting for Corey to tell everyone about it?
Yeah, sure. I got a question for you. And I'm still getting an echo. Damn it. Can you hear it?
I can't hear the echo. No.
Okay. Well, I found out this awesome way to raise money. It's a new feature on Facebook, and all you have to do is go to the help button and wait.
If the YouTube video is still playing, you might be getting an echo.
Okay. Anyways, you can put a donate button on any Facebook post and raise money for a bunch of different charities, like that charity you were telling me about. They're on Facebook, and you can put a button under a post or under a live video. And it's a new feature on Facebook. It just came out the end of last month, and it's really cool. Like I say, I did it on accident and raised $10 for Make-A-Wish, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's a good direction for Facebook to take and do good and be a good company. So
Yeah, I agree, and it's kind of cool that you found it while you're already looking for a way to do some charity stuff. So it worked out.
yeah, definitely. I was wondering if you could tell me about that fundraiser that you did in high school.
Well, what I tried to do, I played music, and if you played emo. you knew about a cause called To Write Love on Her Arms, because it dealt with like teen suicide prevention and like depression awareness. And yeah, it was a cause that I thought was serious enough to try to get some money towards. The only problem was it wasn't as easy back then as just like linking an account. Like I was like, oh, I want to put on a fundraiser show. I have like these artists in my blah blah blah, and they're like, we don't know who you are, and we can't put our name on something. And I totally understand it, but it's kind of hard when you're trying to like do good. Like it might have been easier just to throw the show and then give the money afterwards. But I tried to use the show to get people to go. So
Corey's having problems. So Mormo, they're wondering in the chat how you made yourself on fire there.
Oh, it's an app called SparkoCam, and Google's already given me the slap about it too.
Really?
Yeah, they warned me the YouTube app will no longer work after April 25th, 2017.
Just when you find something cool.
Limited time only.
Yeah, Google hates me. I just slap after slap from Google.
Leave Mormo alone, Google. Leave him alone.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm actually trying to move away from Google. I got this new software that you can record web shows and talk shows. I'm going to do a telethon with it, and one of the features is you can broadcast onto Facebook Live, and you can also broadcast to YouTube Live, and you can also broadcast to Periscope all at the same time.
Oh, cool.
Well,
A live show like OSP, you know.
If you're doing like a telethon and you need some entertainment, I'll play a set for you if you want.
Yeah, dude, if you play a set for me, I will raise money for your I'll set it up so that we can raise money for your charity.
I might look into some other ones because my priorities have changed. It's a great cause and everything, but I think there's a lot more that needs attention right now. I don't want to get into the politics of it, but we can discuss it later.
Yeah, check it out. There's tons of charities to give to, all kinds of them.
For sure. So what's going on with Corey?
I don't know what's going on with Corey.
Corey, want to get somebody else in?
Yeah, keep trying, Corey. Let's get
Raul
in.
Just want to make sure everybody gets to have a turn tonight. If we're forgetting about you and you still want to call in, then let us know. We'll get Ashley and Joe back as well if they're still. I see Ashley right there. They should be around.
So, any the news we talked about tonight spark your interest?
Yeah, HBO is always interesting. I watch that over at my good friend's house. I have two close friends here in Missouri, and one of them has cable and a really big TV, and so I watch HBO shows over there. I watched Westworld, and thought it was really awesome. I've seen a couple of Games of Thrones episodes, but I think I'm just too much of a hipster for Game of Thrones. And
that's all right.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
But I mean, the night is dark and full of terrors.
And then I didn't watch the Thor preview.
Nice. I think we read everything on the list, right?
Everything we discussed. Hold on, there's got to be something. Did you know that Disney's getting sued over Zootopia?
Really?
Oh, really? No, tell me more.
They totally ripped off the guy who wrote like Big Trouble in Little China and did treatments on like Waterworld and stuff like that. Yeah, they totally stole his idea. Like it was literally called Zootopia and had like if you look at the concept art, like it's like instead of an ostrich, it's a lamb, but like the glasses and the thing, their clothes they're wearing and the demeanor of the character is like exactly the same. So yeah, they're getting sued.
Hey, Raul.
Hey, Kimber. Hey, Tom.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Nothing. just got home after the Fast 8 screening was already full, so they gave us a free pass so we should watch the Smurfs.
Oh, jeez. That's
But
not-
it was really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It's a good reboot.
it was a good reboot. At least it wasn't the ones with Neil Patrick Harris. Even though I love New MPH, but those movies were bad.
Yeah. So are you
If-
going to sing Carry On My Wayward Son with me when we go to Philly?
Yes. I was saying in the chat, remember in the episode in Yellow Fever when Dean sees Eye of the Tiger? Me and you on the Impala with the Eye of the Tiger. It's a foot on my neck.
The leg. And
Yep.
He's like,
Yes.
Did you have any favorite tough moments for the 1 year anniversary?
Oh, favorite tough
yeah, while
moment.
we're thinking about it in the chat, if you had so many favorite tough moments, let us know.
Yeah.
Well, even though it's recent, but that Roca versus me, that was a good one. And
I
also,
don't know why he was picking on you. I was
just
like,
having
why are
fun.
you picking on Raul?
I don't know why he's doing his stupid Roca thing about his persona on the Schmodown. I get it. He was doing his character. But another favorite moment, it was the first time I impressed in TUFF, the first episode when I started to sing the Grease songs. That was a good one. Also, I remember not involving me, like Nolan and Morgan and Humsey doing each other's videos before their fight.
Yeah. Nice.
I really like fan fiction and TUFF and OSP. I don't know, fan fiction, BFF, and OSP on the TUFF channel.
Nice. Did you have any favorite like particular moments, like specific moments, Mormo?
Meeting us.
I just like all of it.
Nice.
We're gonna comment from Corey that Ashley's beard was his favorite tough moment from the last fan fiction.
And Delisha says, Mormo, you are amazing. So you're just getting some love in the chat, Mormo.
Oh, awesome. Thanks so much.
No, even though it's not a moment, but Jack getting all of those in guests throughout the year, that's like a big moment. Like getting Hector Navarro, Adam Hebla, Juan Rocha, not John Roca, it's Juan Rocha. That's his name. And getting Sasha Perraber and Trisha Hershberger that in lawn. So even Jack really joined us all of us together. It's a wonderful thing that we have done throughout a year.
Yeah, it's a family. We talk to each other every day. I probably talk to you guys more than I talk to the people we hang out around here. Like, and even in Florida too. Like, I talk to you guys more than I get to talk to my mom. You know, the close thing.
Quick shout out to our buddy Matt. He's Team Mystic, a local here, and he's tuning into the show.
Nice.
How's it going,
Hey,
Matt? But real quick, were you here for the TUFF anniversary discussion, Raul?
No, I just tuned in like 30 minutes ago.
No,
What happened?
apparently, and keep this on the DL. Saturday, Wizard World, when we're there, something big is gonna happen. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I think I have a feeling.
It could be great, or it could be horrible.
Just look.
We all, yeah. Welcome to. We're just going to drink Kool-Aid.
Oh, drunk? That will be interesting.
I'm drinking Crystal Pepsi.
Nice.
And I'm drinking iced tea on a Doctor Strange cup.
Nice. Awesome cup.
Thank you. Only made those in Mexico. Those are the best cups.
Well, someone did ask us a question about that Ragnarok trailer that I don't think we answered.
What
They
was
said it was Morgan said, where does Ragnarok stand compared to the other comic book movie trailers? The one that drops it. It's a teaser, first of all. It was a short trailer. So
No, it sounds like an 8, maybe. O sea, it's not like a big one, but was a good one.
Yeah, I can only say that, like, from what I've seen, like, I want to compare it to the other trailers, and as far as tone, direction, the amount of like I thought they put a lot of work into when they were doing the Steve Ditko scenes in Doctor Strange. And like looking at the trailer for Thor, it's like they are just putting so much detail, and it's obvious they're collaborating with James Gunn because like you can see that there's some of that like space tech is like on par with
And
the
Taika's
Guardian.
bringing like his own vibe, and
And-
I loved the song. Like I keep going back to it, but it just got me pumped watching that
So
trailer.
as far as like the hype train goes, I think yeah, I'm excited, but I don't want to say it's the better than anything else because I wouldn't have been excited to see Hulk without Avengers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to say, but I think as the third movie in all the trilogies, it might be the
It's gonna be his
strongest.
best one, yeah.
Marvel's strongest because I liked Civil
Marvel's
War, but Civil
strongest
War
third
was a
one.
little convoluted, and I liked Iron Man 3 more than other people did, but I think Thor 3 might take the hat trick. And I like Thor 2. We were discussing this earlier.
I like Thor 2 more than people
Yeah,
like Thor 2.
I liked also Thor 1 and Thor 2. I don't know why many people hate this character in his movies. I really like those movies. So it's one of my favorites. I still remember when I did my MCU ranking, I think I have Thor in like number 4, and everybody was bitching about it on Twitter and Facebook. I was like, I don't like the Captain America movies. They were like in my number 10.
Winter Soldier.
Did you guys see the Deadpool trailer where he lays down on the dead person
Yeah.
and eats their groceries?
Oh yeah, that was the one before Logan.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was pretty funny. It really set the tone well for Logan, I think.
Yeah.
So in the chat, Matt's talking about how he wishes instead of Infinity War, they did the Planet Hulk into the World War Hulk story.
I think unfortunately that they're tied up with the Hulk movies and they're not allowed to make
Yes,
like a Hulk
Universal
movie.
owns Solo Hulk.
So that complicates what they can do with Hulk.
And you don't have those characters like Amadeus Chow, who is the only person who stopped the Hulk in World War Hulk. He fights he literally breaks Doctor Strange's hands, and Doctor Strange has to use chaos magic to make like maces on his hands to fight the Hulk. Like it's gonna be. Although how cool would that be? But they're not.
I don't know if I read it correctly, but I think I read in an article that Universal has the rights for the Hulk until 2022. I think 2023. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, we're never gonna see a solo Hulk movie unless like Universal pulls a Sony, which I don't see them. But
Corey says he wants to see the Red Hulk and She-Hulk.
yeah, but those are all owned by
Universal.
And yeah,
I love She-Hulk though.
She-Hulk
She's
would be a cool breakaway like solo movie. Like if you're just gonna do because that's like you literally just do Ally McBeal with the Hulk and better story. You know what I mean? Like
That's true.
Brienne's She-Hulk. I love it. I would love to see her with long hair.
They could put her in a wig too if
I
she's
just wanna
still.
see it.
She's had long hair. She's beautiful, Gwendolyn Chris.
Oh, I'm not saying. I just say I don't understand. But
I want to see a Brother Strange movie from Marvel. I think that. Have you guys ever seen Brother Strange?
No.
No.
Or no, Brother Voodoo. Brother.
Yes,
I'm talking
Brother
about
Voodoo. Yeah, he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme after Strange. Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah, I wish they'd make a movie off of him.
Where's the Sauron movie at?
That's well, Fox would have it if it was anywhere.
Hey Raul, I hope you'll consider being on my show.
Oh, of course. What is your show about?
Raising money for a good cause.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Do grease covers.
Yes. Also, Sing Street covers. There's a lot of I can do.
I know Tom's still gotta watch Sing Street.
Nice, yeah.
Tom hasn't seen Sing Street yet.
I don't have time, dude. I still have shows I want to watch that I haven't watched.
But it's only 2 hours.
I want to watch Legion. I want to watch.
We'll watch Sing Street when we're in Philly. We'll make him watch it, Raul.
Oh my god, you're gonna tie me up. Until you have the rhythm of the model.
Riddle.
Riddle. I do that every time.
Oh, the riddle of the model.
Ridiculous.
And also, me and Kimber were going to drive the Impala like we stole it.
It's true.
Yes.
That's asking me about Legion. I can't answer questions about Legion. I haven't seen it, although I heard it's awesome.
Well, his first question was, have you checked out Legion yet? So you can answer that one.
Just now, I did it.
Yeah, Legion was a great show.
Yeah, I've heard
Oh,
good
God.
things.
Sam's writing his fan fiction while I'm planning my fan fiction.
No, Sam wants to see Ryan Reynolds tied up. We had a whole nice back and forth about it.
Well, this is not OSP After Dark. That show comes on after 12, and we need to cut that off before then. So, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. We're gonna move on to, I think, Ashley and Joe are last, unless somebody else wants to call in.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys, and thanks to Delisha for the kind words. I appreciate that.
Also, so keep updated with Mormozine. You can follow him at Mormozine on Twitter, and there's also a link to his latest positive review down in the description.
Thanks, dude.
No problem.
Yeah, and thank
he's out.
Thank both of you guys, because you are two of our lovely patrons who helped us get the webcam that you're seeing and the microphone that we've been using. So we wouldn't be able to do this stuff without you guys. Ashley, Gio, Delisha. Am I forgetting anybody? Who am I forgetting?
Patrons are Raul,
Ashley and Joe.
Delisha,
Mormo,
and
Randall.
It is Randall.
Yeah. So thank all of you guys for helping us out and making the show better.
And if you want to help out, it's as simple as $1 a month or whatever you feel like giving us. There's some cool incentives on there, and the link to the Patreon is below in the description.
And OSP patrons, please let me know when you guys are around so we can try to get back on track with the Peep Show and do one of those soon.
One more thing. Now that we have the webcam and the mic, and we're caught up on a couple bills, we're going to be using the money from Patreon to help us get to Wizard World. So
and we'll make more content, obviously, and stuff when we're there.
So hopefully, we'll just keep perpetually doing stuff forever.
Oh, that trip was gonna be crazy.
I know, I can't wait.
I'm really I'm excited for the main event, but I'm super excited for before and after the main event too.
Yeah, I just want to hang out with everybody. Get to spend some time in person.
Oh, we're gonna take selfies and we're gonna hug a lot and we're gonna drink like crazy.
Well, we don't drink, but we'll I'll play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, you can drink coffee like crazy.
Oh, he always does.
I do it now anyway.
He's got your number. All right, Raul. Thank you so much, and we will see you soon.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
Bye, buddy. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Mystery voice.
God.
Get the salt, Raul.
Yeah. So, Joe, go ahead and call in whenever. And
Sam. Is Sam calling in?
We asked if anyone was going to call in, and Sam hasn't.
If you want to call in Sam, let us know.
I'm assuming he's being mysterious. Hi, guys.
Corey says try him again.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. Not bad.
Long time no see.
How are you feeling? I know you were feeling sick earlier, Joe.
I'm feeling better. Not 100%, but better.
I'm saying now officially, I think both of you guys have shown up to OSP even though you were sick.
We're that dedicated.
They show up to pretty much
every single one.
Yeah.
Still, I think they have an untarnished record of being here.
We try. We love the show. We love y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun time.
It is.
We love you guys. We're extra excited because Ashley and Joe are probably going to end up coming here the day before we drive to Philly, so we get extra Ashley and Joe time. We're looking forward to that. They get to meet Mavis.
If it wasn't for the flight, we'd bring a cat, but I'm pretty sure that won't fly.
No.
Or the cat will.
It was so funny though. I was like, I'm making a list of like pictures I have to get. I'm like, okay, we want to get the Rocky Steps. we got to get Raul in front of the Impala, and I'm like, yeah, we got to get Ashley and Joe with the Mavis. Has to go down.
Then our cats will be jealous. Like, who is this cat?
Hey Sam, how are you?
Good. I'm just washing cupcake off my hands.
The roof is on fire.
No, that was more.
It's obviously not on fire there.
It was a metaphorical fire.
Was it?
So Sam, are you looking forward to your fight with Tom coming up?
The rematch of the century.
Yeah, I'm not worried. Now ask me how I feel about going against Coy. I'm not worried. Because I already know I'm gonna lose. What is there gonna be like worried about?
It's not the way it looks.
But I'm gonna make it to the speed round, Sam.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Awkward smack talk going on.
That's gonna be a fun episode to write or do the polls for. We'll just be enjoying the show and not having to worry about fact checking and shenanigans.
All right.
Sorry, Corey.
There's always shenanigans.
But I've sent you like 4, so I don't know if it's Google doing something or whatever. But get some sleep, man. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry we couldn't get you in. Hopefully, when we do the Stephen King episode and that's something up your alley, we can get you in for that. Real quick. Matt in the chat is wondering what the hell we're talking about. What's fighting? Matt.
have a fight club. No.
Well, Matt does have a fight club. Matt in his spare time fights like I forget what it's. Is it SPA? It's like professional armor fighting with swords and stuff.
I have a few friends that do that.
SCA.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's not that. We fight with words.
It's movie debates basically. Nerd fighting.
Yep.
We argue about our imaginary friends.
They're imaginary?
I know, right? Like, seriously.
Yeah, SCA. You were right, Ashton.
Okay.
Any of this news tickle your fancy?
I wanted to mention on the Thor thing that I loved the music choice, as it's already been mentioned how much the music choice is awesome. But Led Zeppelin's commonly used with like D&D and medieval fantasy tones.
Oh yeah.
And that's what immediately I noticed. I'm like, the closest to medieval fantasy the MCU has, and they use Led Zeppelin. That's awesome.
I could totally believe that some of the scenes from that movie could be spray painted on the side of a van, and that song would be playing as it went down.
I would drive that van.
Yes. Also, the was it?
You can't not think of Jack Black when you hear that part. By the way, like Kevin Smith did a great review of that. He's watching that trailer and he's like talking about the trailer, and it was really entertaining.
Nice.
So if you're into Kevin Smith, you should check that out. We were having a nice laugh about that earlier.
Sorry to keep coming back to Matt, but it's nice when a local guy jumps into the chat. If you're interested in doing the debates and you're on Twitter, tweet at TUFF Channel, TUFF Channel. They're doing an open call.
Yeah,
So,
he's looking for fighters for an upcoming fight. So
I mean, I would show up in the armor on the webcam just to be intimidating. That's just me.
One second, I got it in my notes. Okay.
Like a RoboCop impression.
That's because he's wearing a RoboCop shirt.
It's required to act that way. I like the 80s.
Tough moments.
How about you, Sam? Did you have any favorite tough moments?
Oh, he said his in the. It was when he was. Oh, I'll let him say it. My bad.
Oh, I've got many favorite tough moments, but my all-time favorite, which I rewatched not long ago, was when I fought Garrett.
Is it us?
No.
And I really got under Garrett's skin, and Garrett was really upset. Speed round, and the first round of the speed round, he gave Ryan the point, even though Ryan's argument was terrible, and you could just tell it was out of spite. And then he very begrudgingly, the second round of the speed round, had to give me the vote, and that's just one of my favorite moments ever.
Well, it's not going to happen in the next one.
Yeah, I want to shout out some moments that are not from fan fiction, but from other shows too. And I loved on one of the first OSPs with all the crazy like random callers that we would get when we were still on Blab.
On Blab.
Yes.
Oh.
Like that masked guy.
When Raul was like, "Thank God that Bong guy is gone," and then I let him call back in. Yeah, if you're wondering how the show originally was, check out like one of the first, like I think it was one of the first 3 episodes.
I think it might have been like the very first one.
Was
that
it-
guy,
was
or
that
the
the first
second one.
Did
Yeah.
we meet Raul in the first episode? Oh no, we knew Raul before.
Yeah. No, we met Mormo pretty early on, and
That's true.
Dub.
Dub was a big. He helped us throughout the play.
And I always love BFF's little after the credits things. I always wait to see what the cats are up to.
It's the reason why we don't lock the cats in a room while we film, so that they will ruin something and it'll be funny for everybody.
There's been parts where it's like nothing's going on. I'm like 3, 2, 1, cat, and then it just happens, and it's like perfect timing.
We actually have all 4 cats in here right now
Oh, nice.
with the new couch.
Eventually.
I knew he was gonna say it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. One day I'm gonna get like called into the office at work, and they're like, "What is all of this?" And it's gonna be like Sam tweets. I don't know that person, sir. I don't know anyone from Australia.
This is clearly a spoof account.
Duh.
He's wearing a habit, okay?
Nice. Did you have any news you wanted to talk about, Sam, or any comments on anything we were talking about earlier?
I haven't really got any news. I've done a lot of sleeping lately, so I haven't really been paying attention to much. I've been catching up on random BBC shows on Netflix. That's been fun. I just watched
that's funny. You said
4 seasons of Him and Her.
I don't know what that is, but we do have some BBC news since you brought it up. And it's only Doctor Who news, so it might not even be that good. But Doctor Who is apparently going to back to its roots, according to showrunners, who is the guy from Broadchurch?
The guy from Broadchurch is taking over, and they had more news than that this week. The girl, Bill, who's going to be the new companion, is the first like openly gay companion. She's also only going to be on for 1 season with Capaldi. She'll end her run when Capaldi finishes, and they do showrunner switch.
Also, Nordal, I'm trying to remember his name, the bald guy who was in that weird cyborg episode.
Mhm.
Apparently, he's going to take on more of a devious role.
Ooh.
And there's also rumors that John Sims may be coming back as the Master. So I don't know what that means
how
for
they're going
Missy,
to do that.
unless
But
they catch each other at different time streams.
that's true.
Yeah.
I guess that's easy enough on Doctor
That well, and considering how his run as the Master ended, there could be all sorts of weirdness with like split personalities and everything else.
He's great. I'm a big fan of his version of the Master, so they can bring him back. I'm cool with that.
It'd be also interesting to do an origin of Missy, to see that, like
The
how we got to
transfer.
see when we saw the War Doctor
Yeah.
go into see how the Master becomes Missy.
Mhm.
That'd be interesting.
I'm still
I had so many people tell me I need to watch Doctor Who, but I never have. But it's one of my best friend's favourite shows, and she was always on it. Me and I'm not big into sci-fi. Like I love Red Dwarf because of the whole comedy elements to that.
It's way more.
But I'm much more.
There's a lot of comedy to Doctor Who.
I'd say watch the first season of the 2005 series, and if you like it,
I would watch the first 2 if you want to get a genuine feel for how it's going to go.
If you like Christopher Eccleston, you will like it.
Yeah.
Well, it's also
Doctor Who is sci-fi with some serious heart to it, man. Like, it's an emotional journey to watch that show for sure.
and it's intended to be a kid. Like it works out to be an adult show, but it's intended to be a kid show. Which,
Well, I think I might have, back in the early 90s, I think they had it on ABC maybe, because I used to watch Dad's Army after school. They had that on ABC, and I think Doctor Who might have been on after it.
Yeah, that would have
I'd
been
watch
like
Dad's Army and then go and have my shower, so I never watched
we're
sort of Doctor Who.
referring to New Who. Very different than Classic Who. That's like after it came back in 2005.
Yeah.
But yeah, Classic Who's great too.
I'll probably get around to it one day. Like Tom,
Yeah.
I've got so many things on my list that I've got to watch, and
Don't we all?
I don't
so
feel
little
like that Sam, you might favor classic Doctor Who. If
Just
if
for
you're
its,
not
like,
into, yeah, if you're not into the modern Doctors, I would check out the fourth Doctor, Tom Baker. He's
Oh
really
yeah,
great.
he's fine.
And if you can find any of the second Doctor, some of those episodes are pretty good as well. So it's harder to find the Patrick Troughton ones, but the one or two episodes I saw were really entertaining. I was surprised because sometimes like the old Doctor Who can, just because of the when it was written, aesthetics and like viewing habits were different back then, so it was definitely like a lot slower paced, not as action packed as today's viewing. So
The seventh
more
Doctor
like
is
a
fun
soap,
too.
like a soap opera,
Mhm.
like how like it was
Yes.
like more drawn out and stuff.
definitely.
A point I just wanted to go back to real quick was this is intended for like kids, but as Joe has said, it's a psychological thriller. So like, what are they trying to do to these kids?
I don't
Get
know,
them
man.
ready for the real world.
It's like a kid's introduction to the MSRA or whatever the psychological handbook's called.
The DM whatever.
DMSR.
DSM.
DSMR, DSMB.
The one that you get in psych class.
Yeah, the one that's like the big book of psychological disorders.
Nice.
I've been seeing psychologists since I was 3, so it probably fits in well with that.
It was funny. Earlier today at work, one of my students brought me like a little coin purse that was a TARDIS. He's like, Miss Davis, this made me think of you, so I got it for you. I just wanted to let you know that you're doing like a good job and like keep doing like good work. I'm like, oh, you just like made my day, because like the start of the day had been a little rough. I'm like, this is why I'm doing this, because students, some of them do appreciate you.
That's cute.
For the rest of the year, somehow that kid got A's.
No.
He's a smart kid. He's good. He can do that on his own.
She
Like a
doesn't
bribe.
teach. She doesn't teach at Gotham High
He's
School.
This coin purse is empty.
I don't understand the point of an empty coin purse.
Joe, you playing anything new?
Well, I'm currently playing Persona 5, and I would stream it if Stinkin' Atlas would let me, but they don't.
Yeah, they have it blocked.
Yeah, I heard there's a ban on it.
Which is really upsetting.
We got
I mean,
the X-Men. It's almost basically an expansion, but for
Oh,
Marvel
cool.
Munchkin.
Nice.
We'll bring that with us when we go to Philly.
Well, you'll be able to play it here.
That too, yeah. We'll probably like winter here with them.
But that, and I've been playing Mass Effect, but I stopped Mass Effect.
There's a random cat sitting on my wall.
Aww.
Random pussy.
We also have a random cat here.
Where the hell that came from?
That cat's not random, Joe.
He's randomly dirty because he won't let us clean him.
He's
And
very
then
old.
We have Atticus and Moss.
Manus is
Sleeping on the
somewhere.
bed,
Yeah.
probably.
And then Tiblet just chilling over there.
Yeah, this is our new couch that we just got.
So
That we can actually like sit together and not be like crammed.
the cats approve. They approved of the couch from like 5 minutes in.
Where is she?
Going back to games, I'm so depressed because it's been. How long have I been back here? About 3 weeks now that my PlayStations and everything are all still packed up, and I haven't unpacked them because we're moving again in the next 2 weeks.
Oh,
What?
wow.
So it's like I haven't done any gaming in like over a month.
Wow,
So
that's
That's rough.
yeah. I don't know what I could do. Because there's so many good ones out right now too.
Yeah, I don't get to game as
Yeah,
much as I would like, but I like watching Joe play his games, and I'll do running commentary on them.
Yeah, in fact, I think I might, after a little break, I might try to see who's online to play some Marvel vs. Capcom. If you're watching this and you play Marvel vs. Capcom, my PS3, not the Ultimate Edition because I can't afford that.
It's fair.
Odd-shaped panel.
Oh, shoot, Thomas.
Oh, Odd-shaped Thomas. That's
Yeah.
Odd-shaped Thomas. That's me. Because it's like Odd Thomas, which is that Dean Koontz book that they made that horrible movie about. Anyway.
Oh, but I was gonna say to you guys, when I do finally have a room and stuff again and have everything reset up, I've got, what's it called? Is it Until Dawn or something? The horror one?
Yes. With the well, I don't want to say what
I've
the
got
monster
that.
is, but I don't want to spoil it for other people.
because I've got that. I've never played it, but like jump scares and horror and that sort of thing absolutely freaks me out. So I was thinking maybe of doing an OS plays or something where
Nice.
we just film me and reacting to that sort of stuff, because that could be interesting.
We have.
I mean,
I know I have.
I'll watch you play.
I know I have that, and then I wanted to do Tales from the Borderlands again, even though I've already played it, but have her play along with it. And then we also have.
I'm gonna do the what was it like Zombie Nation that we have, where it's like the two people that are in like trying to like get to like, salvation.
Yeah.
It's like an isometric perspective game. You get all these cool weapons to kill all these zombies, and there's different types of zombies that'll come after you, and it's pretty fun.
And I think Tom figured out a way to how to record for the PlayStation, so we definitely have to get together and do that little Big Planet 3.
Yes. We got to get. I know for the PS3 we have to get. If I want to stream Persona, I'd have to get an external capture card. That's more money.
Well, literally all I'm doing, and I tested the readability of it yesterday, is I'm turning this webcam around and facing it towards the TV. So when we do Little Big Planet, really we just got to make sure we get your audio, and then as long as we have one, because it's not like it's multiple views. It's not like Call of Duty where like it's your perspective and someone else. It's all like the same.
Everyone
screen.
on the same screen. Yeah.
So either way we can do it, but that's how I'm gonna try to record Marvel vs. Capcom later if I can find some people to fight. So if you're around, and I mean Sam should go to bed or get up and start the
Sam
day.
doesn't sleep.
I don't know where we are at this moment.
I saw sunlight earlier.
It is currently, what time is it? About 1 in the afternoon.
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
Well, then Sam should have lunch or something. I don't know. But well, then
I had cheese
Sam,
before.
if you're up, come and hang out with me while I'm doing this plays. It's my only night off, so I might just do some more content tonight and edit tomorrow. But thanks for everyone for stopping by. I think we're gonna wrap up now because we're about at that time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone, real quick, thank you everyone who stopped by. Thank you, Corey. Sorry we couldn't get you in tonight. Sleep tight. Don't look that on spike. Also, Matt, thank you for stopping by. And once it's nice out. It was like 80 degrees today. We'll definitely be out there for Pokemon Go soon, especially with all our new stuff that's coming out.
Yeah, I'm ready. And Matt, he's nice enough to help tether me sometimes so I can play. So shout out to Matt for that.
Real quick, thanks Ashley, Joe, and Sam who are in there. Also, thank you to
TUFF Channel. Happy 1 year anniversary.
Woo! Yes. Oh, it was great seeing.
Bring on a fortnight's time.
And Jack too.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting because.
What, Sam?
Because technically, I was going to say, in the only fight me and Tom have had, neither of us won, so we both lost. So neither of us has actually beaten the other one.
I beat you the first time because it was me, you, and Ashley, and I won by accident.
No, that was Raul.
It was
No,
Raul.
I wasn't. That was
every
Raul.
time. I always get these fights mixed up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, they do kind of run together.
We were in the championship. We were in the championship, so neither of us won.
So Corey does want us to throw a plug for his tech podcast that he's doing.
Absolutely.
Since he couldn't get on.
Corey, if you write the plug, I will read it out loud.
Tell us what to say.
I will do it in a voice. I need the thing, and then I need the voice to say it in.
You like in a world.
Okay. Oh, so either Emperor Palpatine or the movie theater dude, or both.
Kermit the Frog.
In a world.
We're doing improv now. It's like throw out a location.
Yeah, on Saturday I'm recording an episode of the podcast with Corey and them, so I need to like catch up on like all the things I need to do for the podcast. I haven't had time.
Why don't you tell us exactly what the since you know and you're going to be on it? What is what are you?
It's a podcast about the 80s anime Robotech, and like they know a lot about the show from what I gather, but like the guests are like, you know, new people like me. Like I didn't grow up watching Robotech, so like my assignment was to watch the first 4 episodes. And then we're also going to like, we got 2 movie fight style questions, and we're gonna like debate it out, like but with like Robotech centric themes. So I gotta come up with my answers for those questions, and you know, it seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun. And they have a couple of episodes live right now. I think they're on iTunes and a couple of other places where you can find podcasts.
Awesome.
So I don't know like when our episode will air, but as soon as I find out, obviously I'll let everybody know.
Definitely, we'll look out for that, and of course we'll retweet all that and stuff. So make sure everybody sees it.
Another, I just need, so forgive me if I'm all. Another thing to check out, and I can repost the link later on Twitter or something. We did a quote unquote guilty with our friend Joe Sanders, and we did Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the movie.
Nice.
So if that's something you're interested, it got put up April Fools, and we kind of think no one.
Oh no!
No one trusts anything on the internet.
Yes, exactly.
We didn't lie. It's there, and
yeah, I wasn't kidding. I love that movie. Actually,
it's on SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com/quote unquote guilty.
Cool.
He's a really nice guy too.
Yeah,
the guy who does that.
If you have a guilty pleasure, I suggest contacting him, and even if you're not guilty about it, maybe other people would consider it.
And he's real easy to talk to. Super nice.
Oh,
guy,
awesome.
so.
And he's one of us older gentlemen. So
older folks.
Yes. But we're super excited for all the things coming up. We got stuff coming up on Odd Shape Channel. Got American Gods show that I haven't named yet. I'm thinking about American Odds, but I don't know if that makes sense. People think it's about a casino, maybe. Maybe Odd Gods. I don't know.
Call it the Pantheon.
I want to do a series called Polytheism, where I look at kind of like Gaijin Goomba, but more not only Eastern cultures.
The religious and mythological aspects of stuff.
Yeah, but I would probably be going nuts on Ragnarok right now if I was actually doing it. But
there's a cool series. There's a cool series on Crash Course about mythology right now. There's it's called Crash Course Mythology, and they just did one about a lot of the Mediterranean pantheons, including one for, I think, was it Sumeria or something from Mesopotamia? I think it was maybe Sumeria. I don't remember. And then also the ancient Egyptian pantheon. It was pretty cool.
Nice. Sounds
right.
cool.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. Crash Course, you said?
Yeah, Crash Course. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of different awesome series. We use it a lot for school for if we're teaching a cultural concept and okay, this is what the world was like in this decade that we're learning about, or if they cover a book that we have read in class, our next one is Romeo and Juliet. There's 2 episodes of Crash Course about Romeo and Juliet. So after we're done reading it, we'll watch those, and you kind of get a different perspective. And they have all sorts of books. They're doing a new series of literature in the fall. They're doing a film one coming up. They have all sorts of stuff, computer science, physics. It's really good.
I was gonna ask you if you watched Thug Notes, but I think that's
I love Thug Notes. I wish we could show that in school because we would instantly get kids interested, but the language is so inappropriate. But that's their aesthetic. I totally understand. But yeah, we let the kids know about it sometimes, but don't show it in class.
Nice.
All right. Well, the plug has come hot off the press, and I've been requested to do it in Palpatine voice. I'll do my best.
In a world, there aren't enough Robotech podcasts. Mac and Geo argue about ridiculous topics, and you can listen for free, unlimitedly. Do it.
Pretty good.
I did my best. All I can ask you.
You look spent after that. That's all you had left. All right, I think we're gonna finish this up for the night.
So I'm Tom. You can
just
find me at
just one final thing before we do. Now, just to intimidate you even more about our fight, I already have my answers, even though I don't know what the questions are. As Ashley and Joe are aware, because this is all planned around future episodes of BFF.
Well, I'm gonna have to look into my Siberian snuff films and see what you're gonna argue.
Well,
and that's when we decide. Let's do a fan poll of none of Sam's choices.
Well, you know, one
although
of them
did we decide on Donnie Darko or S Darko?
S Darko can die on a fire. If I'm gonna pick any movie, it's Southland Tales by that director because it's one of my favorite movies. Can't take that away from me. But we gotta go because I'm gonna try to play some video games in a bit. So join me. I'll be in the doing this exact same thing, except the camera will be doing that, and then maybe I don't know. No one plays this game anymore, so we'll see.
You're Tom at OddShape Panel.
That's me.
I am Kimber at KimberBatch_OSP. And we got Joe at Drake Masters, Ashley at that_Mrs. Davis, and the lovely and ever interesting Sam at It's Sis Mary Elephant. Is it just Sis Mary Elephant?
Yep.
I think it is.
That
I
is
never
one
know
of them,
myself.
yes. That's one
All
of them.
right. Well, thank you guys for another Odd Shape panel. We will see you in
2 or 3 weeks. We gotta check to see how things are gonna fall. But next episode is Stephen King. So we'll discuss maybe books, maybe movies, maybe adaptations of those said movies, maybe even made for TV movies, which I think is a whole category on its own.
And we'll see you then.
All right.
See ya. I'm off to watch The Tit in the Moon.
I think that's a hint. That's one of his picks. I gotta investigate.
Dang it, Sam.
Have a good night, guys.